But nobody, baby, light me up, pour me up, I'm gone. Got me seeing genies in a bottle. Liquor got me feeling like a wrestler, call me Santiago. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but I know ball.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 151, man. Just like the Bacardi. How's everyone doing out there, guys? We are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. We are the gambling show of record, man. We about to get into a ton of college. Finally, last week, college was trash. This week should be much better. Have some big matchups.
Loaded this week.
Week 4 of NFL. Hockey's about to start. Basketball's about to start. Dodgers are blowing saves left and right. It's fucking awesome, but we're going to get into it all. We just want you guys to know that the more you get involved, the more we have fun. So please hit us up. You got questions. You guys want to talk your shit, talk your shit. We only have one rule on this show, and that is what, Eddie Money?
Don't be a loser, man.
Don't be a loser, right? Don't lose your kids' lunch money or their college money, whatever it is, because we gonna get into some gambling today, man. First off, in El Centro, Eddie Money with the Ohio State beanie on. What up, man?
What's up?
How you doing? Raider jersey, but
Travis Scott inspired Raider jersey.
Really? Was that
got
like
it from Complex Con?
Oh god, here we go. Oh
I
my
forgot
god.
that dude
I forgot. I forgot.
Yeah, dude, did you remember? Shout out to Dude McBoob.
Dude
Always the first on. We love you, man. What does he have to say?
He said, tell that homeless guy to take off the Ohio County hat. Promoting terrorism and inbreeding isn't allowed on YouTube.
Yeah, he might send some kind of message to YouTube to get us blocked. Shout out to Dude McBoob. Yeah, but to the right, we have our guy, the guru, the one who sees all, knows all. He's going to give you lines. He's going to give you his opinion. He ain't afraid to give it to you. What up, man? Oh, and big news. This has to be in your introduction from now on. This is in the introduction of Rafa the Guru. Now, the owner or the, how would you say, the accomplishment of a hole-in-one is first.
Yes.
Everyone, give Rafa a hand. Hole-in-one. How you doing, man? How
good,
are you doing?
Good.
You knocked that off the bucket list. Hole-in-one.
I'm just glad I had witnesses there that are credible witnesses.
Oh, well, that's a little far-fetched. It's all family, Cuban family.
Cubanos,
Cubano family.
The thing is, those motherfuckers won't even give you a putt.
Okay,
So
good. But yeah, you're right. They would never vouch for you if it was false. So good point. Well, congrats, man. How's life? How's everything going?
good.
Peter Murphy asked if it was mini golf.
Mini golf. No, it was not. It was 100. It was 109 yards from the whites. We were playing from the whites, so it was about 109 yards.
You don't have to make it racist, Rafa. Just a hole-in-one, man. Yeah.
Dude McBoob asked, and my pitbull said she knows of a better place to cram that cigar after she wipes her ass with that jersey behind him.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, pitbull. Man,
Hey,
we're hitting all the Dude McBoob buttons right now.
Last week, the last couple weeks, I had a fucking non-convicted murderer in Ray Lewis sitting behind me.
Yeah.
Now I got a dog fighter.
Michael Vick paid his dues. Good guy now. You know, when you're from the hood, you do hood shit. But that's all taken care of. So we got that out of the way.
Oh yeah.
What is Peter? I play bitch golf too. Oh, that's too good. So Rafa, other than the hole-in-one, any other big news that you have? I mean, that's pretty awesome.
It. There's nothing else.
That's it. Yeah. I
That's
got.
it. After that
yeah.
accomplishment, there's nothing else.
Do you have the certificate right there? Are you gonna put the ball on at the fireplace? Like,
I
is the
got the ball
club?
in my, I got the ball in the rack, but I'll get a little fucking thing for it. I got a certificate. Maybe I'll put it on a frame.
Yeah,
You
Uh,
got to
Jackie will do
frame
it
that.
for me.
You got to
yeah,
frame that.
you got to frame that. And to all the people out there, he almost didn't record it. Record your par 3 shots. Record your par because you never know, man. You just never know. But guys, thank you guys for joining us. It's interactive, dude, and Peter. That Michigan, New York controversy always gonna be going off with those two. But let's get into it, man. Our first segment brought to you by Nomadic. Nomadic travel bags and gear. Live life on the move. Some awesome gear. We have that right there. Right here. Awesome clothes, awesome travel bags, photography bags. We love you. That just an incredible gear. But go check them out at nomadic.com. But it's you're fired or you're hired. And if you out there on YouTube or Instagram want to fire or hire somebody, go ahead, let us know. I'm sure Dude and Peter have your firings or hirings. Who wants to start off your fired? Brought to you by Nomadic. Don't all
Real quick,
scream at once.
Matthew Rocha said a picture of the hole with the ball in front would be nice.
I'll text it to you, Matt. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. It's confirmed.
I-
It's confirmed. Yes,
I just
certificate.
thought of another firing, so I got 2 right now.
Go ahead,
All
fire
right.
away, Eddie Money.
Fire away, man.
So starting off, I'm firing Brian Dable, mainly because you have your rookie. You get it. Russell Wilson has looked bad. He had a career day the other week, but to put Jackson Dart out on his first start against right now one of the best defenses in the league in the Chargers, I think is just a terrible idea. It's really hard for him to get going against a defense like that, and Harbaugh game plans really well against quarterbacks as well as rookie quarterbacks. So I think he's going to have a tough outing, and it's not going to be great for his first start. Just my thoughts.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you, and I'll tell you why real quick before Eddie.
Yeah, go ahead.
What he feels. Because for me, when we started at the beginning of the year, before the season started, we kind of thought, right, that if he struggled if Russell struggled the first 4 games, the 5th game would have been the perfect game to bring the rookie in, because guess who they play week 5? What I believe is to be the worst fucking team in the league. And I try to acquire the defense that plays against them every fucking week. The New Orleans Saints. Next week, the Giants have the New Orleans Saints. Now, I know this is a home game. Listen, it's you had to make the move. I thought you could have waited another week, but maybe they don't want Russell to accidentally win a game and then can't sit him. So, and it is a team going from the West to the East in the 10 a.m. slot on the West Coast. So anything can happen. But I agree with you, Eddie Money. I would have waited another week. But
100%.
maybe they're scared that he might win a game. Russ has come close to winning. So you can't bench him. So
I'll take it. I'll take it a step. What? Okay. I'll take it a step further. I didn't get it when they put him in. They put Jackson against the Cowboys, like in a critical situation. They have a package for him. They did it again last week. First of all, what are you doing? There was no value of putting him in a certain package. What if he played? What if he scored a touchdown? Or what if he was really bad? Either way, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I agree with you guys. We said week 4 for obvious reasons, but I don't like the move at all. I agree with you guys. I didn't even understand why you'd even put him out there in certain packages, because whether he played well or good, it was just not a good idea. But this obviously shows Brian Dable's he knows he's on a hot seat.
Yeah.
And this, he said, was his decision, not the GM, not the owner. So he knows he wants to attach himself to Jackson. Hopefully Jackson Dart has some success. But Malik, he's questionable, but we'll get into that later. Firing approved, Eddie Money. Fire on. Who else you got?
Next one, I have a firing and a hiring in the same situation. So for those that don't know, Landry Kiffin, Lane Kiffin's daughter, posted on Instagram and officially made it public that she's in a relationship with the linebacker from LSU. But to do it on all weeks of game week when they play each other, I think is a firing on the daughter's part. Crazy mind games. I think it's funny as hell. Twitter thought it was hilariously funny. Some guy tweeted about it, and he was like, the only option must take the over. And then Kiffin replied, and he said, take the over.
Take the over, dude. How awesome is Lane Kiffin? Like, his personality is, to me, it's like, God, can we take him seriously? Like, Ole Miss, right? Big program, but I feel like he's so funny, and it was controversial, right? For a coach to tweet out, take the over. Obviously a joke because of the boyfriend. And this is the captain of their defense, by the way. Like, he is the captain.
Yeah, it's not some regular fucking Joe Schmo.
No.
Yeah.
No. So dude, he's just so good. He's so good for college football. Lane Kiffin is. He's hilarious. He's a good coach. But yeah, I would definitely be, I don't know, telling my daughter, you just need to back the fuck up a little bit. Firing approved. You got any thoughts on that, Rafa?
No, none. But my firing, though, I'm going to keep it in college. And I should fire every motherfucker who thought that the fucking Fighting Illini from Illinois were a number 9 team in the country. They lost by 53 fucking points. Not in a basketball game, in a football game. To Indiana, not to Ohio State, not Penn State, not Michigan. Fucking Indiana put up 63 on them. Dude, and then the voters kept let's just keep them in the top 25. We shouldn't keep them in the top of nothing. Nothing. They were god awful. And then this week they get to host USC, and they're at home underdogs by 6.5 points. God awful. It's embarrassing, to be honest with you, to be ranked number 9. I promise you, and all the idiots who hate the SEC, you will never see a number 9 ranked SEC team, not one SEC team, SEC. You will not see one ranked number 9 and lose by 53 fucking points. It ain't happening.
The only problem with your argument, Rafa, is that you hate the team and you hate Cignetti, the coach, at Indiana.
I hate them both.
I hate them both
equally the same. I hate them both. The same amount of hate for both.
Okay, but
one of them
has to be a good team. None of them
have to be a good team. There's no fucking rule that you have to be a good team. Are you kidding? They both don't have to be good. Northwestern isn't fucking good. Rutgers isn't good. They don't both have to be good.
Okay, but Indiana, you hated on last year, was 11-0. They got smacked by Ohio State, a game that you didn't watch, and the score was sort of deceiving, that we argued about.
These guys had 1 first down in the first half. That 1 first down the first half.
You can't speak on it because you didn't see it. I won't let you.
But I read that 1 first down the first half.
I read.
I don't know. When there's 1 first down in the first half, I don't know. I didn't miss much.
Cignetti is a good coach. He knows what he's doing. Indiana football is on the rise. Can you say they're on the rise?
I can't. And I told you, and I explained this to you last week. I never can. I can never see them being good ever. I will never say Indiana football is good, as you will never hear me say Kentucky football is good. Duke football, not good. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it.
Brand guy.
I am 100%. Now you're talking about Indiana basketball, Illinois basketball, Kentucky basketball. Wonderful. Football, leave it to the big boys. Leave it to the Ohio States and Michigans and Penn States of the Big Ten, please. Like for me, you look at a school, right? You look like we're looking at the Big Ten. Oregon, they can play all sports. Ohio State, put them in everything. Penn State, put them in everything. Michigan, put them in everything. USC, put them in all of it.
Alabama
UCLA shouldn't be in anything.
Yeah,
I'm looking at just the Big Ten, right? UCLA, we could just blow up the whole fucking thing at this point. Just throw the shit away.
Agreed.
I don't even think they win at water polo anymore.
No.
So, and when I see Indiana, Illinois, for me, I still think Indiana, Illinois, basketball schools. Michigan State basketball school. They had some success, but not championship worthy. Michigan State basketball school. That's it.
Well, I have bad news for you on top of that. Now that John Mateer getting hand surgery, who in my books was, and a lot of people's books, was the favorite to win the Heisman after a lot of disappointing just play from a bunch of quarterbacks. He's on the sideline. Next up, number one in Vegas is Fernando Mendoza, quarterback of the Hoosiers, man, and Indiana football. So the hype train is going to go for him. This has been a weird year. You know, you talk about that. We had Sellers both winning the Heisman. Everyone had Archie. You had Cade Klubnik, a bunch of guys that have underperformed. And now Fernando Mendoza, right? Sounds like the left wing from Atletico Madrid or something like that.
We're gonna sit here and pretend, and I'm not gonna let you just pass him by. I'm not gonna let you pass him by. I gave you this at the beginning before we started the season, I gave you
Unfortunately,
this.
he did.
I gave it to you, Ed. I'm not just gonna let you sit here and not talk about Carson Beck when you're talking about the Heisman.
Listen, I pulled up. I knew you were gonna bring it up. Carson Beck has had a good year. 972 yards, 7-3, number 2 team in the country, 1 rush TD. But I don't want to say system, but he's had some bad throws. Listen,
everyone has bad throws.
I'm just saying his average per throw is very low on completions. And then the fact is that he looks like Lurch. So, I mean, listen, is he top 5 now because he's on the number 2 Miami?
Pull the shit up, Eddie Money.
I got you.
We'll pull up the Heisman Trophy standings.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up, man.
Dude McBoob says, biggest problem Illinois has, it is in Michigan. Fact. Peter Murphy says, fire Russ, hire Jackson Dart. He is from New York. By the way, we fucking called out here on the show before the season started, 2-3 weeks before the season started, that Cam Scatterbo was going to be a fucking monster. We've said it on this show during the draft, after the draft, during fucking preseason, during training camp, and now he's proven that and much more.
Yeah, you know, we don't never want to see anyone hurt, right? Trent Tracy going down with, I think, a shoulder, but this could be a blessing in disguise because he's
100%.
clearly a great football player. Can catch the ball. We saw him throw like 4 or 5 touchdowns at ASU, and he's gonna be just gargantuan in New York. It's gonna by the end of this year, man. He's gonna be top 5 in jersey sales.
Good for the Giants having 2 whites in the backfield too.
I don't know, Jackson Dart. He's
PEI hires.
He's Baker Mayfield. I don't know. He's kind of playing for both sides right now.
Yeah.
I'm not allowing that. Carson Beck is second with Dante Moore and Jeremiah Smith. Another one of my guys there. Gunnar Stockton, Eddie. Gunnar Stockton is up there as well.
Yeah. And he's going to have a good game against, that's another game we'll go over, Alabama, Georgia. But I'll tell you, Dante Moore, he's going to have a big game. He is going to have a big game, and watch him shoot up because it's number 3 against number 6. And
this is the only big game he has. This is the one chance that he has to win the Heisman.
Yeah. And his freaking stats are off the charts. Like, what does he have?
I don't even think they played a football school yet.
No.
Well,
like they haven't played a football team yet. I think they're just,
they played Oklahoma State. They
lost 69-3, just fired their coach, lost at home last week.
Yeah.
Like that's a shit show.
You know what? Let's talk. I want to fire Oklahoma State and their athletic director for firing Mike Gundy in the middle of the season. Mike Gundy gave us like one of the best excerpts and lines ever. Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. Protecting his QB that someone did a hit piece on a young kid. That will forever live, like the Allen Iverson practice or the
Playoffs.
Playoffs, or you play to win the game. It's right there. It's right there with Dennis Green, and we are who they thought, they are who they thought they were, or whatever bullshit. Mike
What a
Gundy,
Monday night game.
gave us just come after me, I'm a man. But listen, were they bad? Yes. Oklahoma State said they made a large investment in the program. Yes. But he is the all-time winningest coach at Oklahoma State. He's been there for 21 years, Rafa. He's had 18 winning seasons. He's gone to 18 bowl games. He's had God, how many freaking where is it? I have it written down here. It's just to me, it's very disrespectful. He's had 18 like 10 wins or more seasons. Like, he's been the man there, and to fire him and embarrass him like this, you let him resign, you put him up in T-Bone Pickens, a suite, and to me, it's just very disrespectful to a dude who is, your all-time, like, you fired him. How are you going to put him in the Hall of Fame? Like, how are you going to have, put his name on a field, which his name should be on a field? Oklahoma State was consistently in that, like, 18 to 25 at the end of the year. They were consistently in the hunt for a Big 12 championship.
By the way, 2 years ago, they were, I think it was Texas last season, the Big 12.
Against Baylor?
He was in the, I think it was Texas, Oklahoma State. He was in the Big 12 title game.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just got to tell the pundits or the alumni, it's like, we're not going to disrespect this man. He's done too much for the program. I think it's bullshit. This is not the first time I've had run-ins with Oklahoma State and a coach. They did one of my friends wrong, who was in line for a head coaching spot there. I just feel it was disrespectful to Mike Gundy. Did they get beat by Tulsa, who hasn't beaten them in 70 years? Yes. Did they get smoked by Oregon by 69 points? Yes. But let the man finish the season. The season's done. Is it not?
Yeah. The season's over. You have no talent at quarterback. You have no talent. And see, I think that's CJ who's right, because that's what he just said, what I was going to say. It'd be like Clemson firing Dabo, or like, it's basically that. It's basically that. It'd be like Bill Self getting fired at Kansas, or Roy Williams getting fired at North Carolina, or at Kansas the first time, or any of that. It's similar. There's similarities to it, 100%. And Matthew Roach is over here saying he's going to get an SEC job. Who knows? We will see. But
that's it.
Eddie, who you firing, baby? Who you firing?
You know what, Rafa? And this is it's more of a question. I don't know who to fire. I'm going to come to you for advice on who to fire. I know I want to fire Los Angeles Dodger fans, who I am one of. Dodger tattoos. And right now, you would think it's the LA riots. Everything's on fire, where everyone's panicking. And there's reason. There's reason to be concerned, obviously. Blew another save last night with Tanner Scott after a brilliant performance. Probably the best. I think Shohei went 6 innings, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. He leads the game winning 4-0. Bullpen gives it up again. But I'm getting a mixed review, Rafa, from we hate Tanner Scott. Like, let's tar and feather him. Run him through the streets naked. Like, just totally want to, just destroy the man. But no one, I feel like, is coming after Dave Roberts. And my question to you, Rafa, is this coming from Friedman upstairs to put this guy in? Is it Dave Roberts' decision? I mean, at this point, he has 10 blown saves, the most in major leagues. He has struggled mightily. You're paying him $74 million, but you're trying to win a division here. And I don't know if the Padres won tonight or not.
No.
But the pressure's on. Did they lose?
Padres haven't played yet.
I thought they were playing.
Padres lost today.
Yeah, they played early.
Yeah, they lost 3-1 to the Brewers.
And I'm telling you, it's going to come down to the wire. But my question is this, Rafa. Who's if you're hiring someone that you had that saw they kicked ass, if you hired a car salesman that just just was amazing at Ferrari, and you hire him over, and now he can't sell Rolls Royces, and he's being horrible at it, whose fault is it? After a certain while, you just keep him out there. He can't sell a car. Like at a certain point, you have to recognize this is not best for the team.
Well, for me, and I told you guys on the group chat, to me, you have to look at Dave Roberts. You keep making mistake after mistake. And by the way, real quick, I pulled up the numbers because I've been telling Michael Brown all year long. He's been bitching and crying about the bullpen, yada, yada, yada. The Dodgers, with last night's blown save, they have 25 blown saves. The teams that have more than them, I'm going to tell you right now, the Mariners are in the playoff race. They have 25 as well. The Phillies have 26. They're in the playoffs. The Mets, playoff race, 27. The Red Sox, in the playoffs. They have 28. The Rangers, 28. Tampa Bay, 28. The Diamondbacks, 29. And then the Angels, 34. It's not that big of a deal because most of the teams that are above them with more are in the playoffs. Yeah. But it is a big deal when you keep blowing save night after night, or you're blowing the game. And the thing is, you can blow the game in the 7th or the 8th because your lineup can recover. You can't blow the game in the bottom of the 9th because you're not going to recover. You keep using the same guy over and over and over again. That is Dave Roberts' fault. He's moving the wrong pieces. Listen, he could get from Friedman and say, hey, listen, we need to see what this guy's got going into next week. Our magic number's 3. The Padres won tonight. We need to win tonight. They should have won last night. But when I look at their going into the playoffs, I don't think that their bullpen is going to be that big of an issue because they're going to move 2 guys more than likely to that bullpen that will be able to help these turds that have been pitching lately. But to me, to answer your question, it's Dave Roberts' fault. And nobody ever blames fucking Dave Roberts.
That's my issue. That's what's so frustrating.
I've had the issue with Dave Roberts since 2017. He's god awful. He always has been. The only reason he won the 2020 World Series, Eddie, is because he beat 2 managers worse than him. Mm-hmm. Literally. He literally did. The Braves blew a 3-1 lead. Tampa pulls fucking Blake Snell after fucking 70-plus pitches, wasn't even at 75 or 80, with 9 Ks after a single to Austin Barnes with 1 out in the 6th, and you pull him. Mookie comes up, hits a double. Now it's 2nd and 3rd. You end up losing that game in that inning. And Dave Roberts looked like a genius because he won a World Series. No, he's god awful and always has been. And he gets a fucking pass with a $200+ million payroll. He doesn't know how to push the right buttons when it comes to pitching. Period. We've seen it. Bottom line. And you've seen it over the last 2 months. The bullpen's been god awful. And it's all on him.
I think Dodger fan 43 on Instagram said, fire Roberts. Roberts overuses the pen.
Well, listen.
They've always played too many matchups, okay? They've always played and they've overused. Listen, in 2017, he literally killed Brandon Morrow's arm. Mm-hmm. He literally pitched that man all 7 games of the World Series. Twice for no fucking reason at all. He literally killed that dude. I mean, luckily he got a deal and then couldn't pitch after that for the Cubs. But you're 100% right, Dodger fan 43. You're 100% right. He overuses them. These guys are completely worn out. And now it's the end of the season, and your bullpen is not where it needs to be. And if you don't hit, and we know the top of the lineup is great, but if you shut down the first 3 guys, or you have those 3 guys going 1 for 13, 1 for 14 in 2 games, you're probably going to be 0-2 down in the series.
Yeah.
So
we know great pitching always beats good hitting, right? In playoffs, especially. But we know things get condensed. I think Dave Roberts gets a huge pass is because people think that Friedman is the one sending the message down and that he has no choice. It's almost like he's a puppet. And I don't know how true that is anymore because at a certain point, right?
It's been too long. Listen, I can fucking guide you to water for the first fucking 2 months, But after that, I shouldn't need to guide you to the water anymore. You should fucking know where the well's at.
Yeah.
And so he was guided for 2017, 2018, even 2019. It got to a point where that's it. Now I need you to manage this fucking thing.
100%.
Peter Murphy said when I came on the screen, he said, money looks like a snowball the way he came through with that snow head on. And I guess it's reflecting well. But it's a Rose Bowl beanie. That's why.
Yeah, and it's 90 degrees out here in Southern California.
It is fucking 92 degrees in LA, and this dude's got.
You don't want to see what's under this.
Oh, did you shave your head anyway?
No. It's just I was too lazy to do my hair.
Oh,
I got to scroll back to this comment from Dude McBoo when we were talking about the Heisman race. He goes, "No way a guy named Fernando Mendoza wins the Heisman. He'll be deported by us before Thanksgiving."
100%. If his parents weren't already deported, dude.
That's hilarious.
CJ said he's firing the 49ers injury monster. Sick of this shit. I would fire that medical staff. You'll have someone injured every single year.
Yeah, well, the Bosas have a track record of getting injured.
Oh yeah,
this is true.
So.
And then Peter Murphy said he would like another New York Yankee and Dodger World Series matchup.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Yankees are winning this whole fucking chingazo, though.
Matt said, y'all are stressed about the Dodgers. They just won.
Oh, man. These guys, listen, bro, this is
the mush! Matt the mush!
Wait. Let me
He literally lost last night.
Let me restart that. Not these guys, excluding Eddie, because Eddie's the only fucking dude who doesn't really cry about the Dodgers. He doesn't even cry about the Raiders, as god awful as they are. But all these guys, they're just fucking always bitching and crying. The Dodgers and this and that and da.
Oh, your favorite person, Michael Brown.
Hashtag don't worry.
Bro, it's because I always, every night, the bullpen's coming in. Like, bro, don't worry. The other night, he was bitching about the bullpen because they blew a game in the ninth. In a game that they had already pitched like 5 1/3 fucking innings of 0 fucking run baseball with allowing 2 hits. Yeah, they blew it in the ninth because you used every motherfucker in the bullpen. You might have even used the dude who fucking brings the balls down. Like, they might have used the bullpen hand. Like, come on.
Well, Dodgers fan 43 said Roberts forced Kershaw to retire.
Yeah, it's frustrating, man, with the ugly brown watch that he wears that I can't stand. And there's a certain amount of Dodger fans, man, that just no matter what Dave Roberts does with the not questionably the most talented roster in baseball.
No doubt.
I mean, dude, Eddie Money could go out there in some tight fucking white pants.
Let's relax. Let's relax. By the way, CJ says medical staff has been fired twice already. Maybe it's the air up there, CJ. Good.
Yes.
Maybe it's
the air up there makes them
what's
weak.
going on in San Francisco, CJ? There's too many Niner gangbangs. That's what it is, bud. Everybody, there's all these sorts of gangbangs. And bang Niner gang, and they're banging each other during the week. That when Sunday rolls around, they're all soft and fucking mushy, and all their holes are all wet.
You know what? There's a rumor going on, CJ, that a part of the 49ers medical staff is a person that actually shot Ricky Pearsall in the chest and stole his fucking watch.
And he's wearing his Rolex today.
He didn't actually. Yes,
he's like taping him up. He's like,
that's my watch, fool. Yes.
Eddie, bring up your mason jar real quick. Big Move goes, I didn't know mason jars came in 128 ounces size until tonight. Classy. Evidently, they can handle an entire gallon of chocolate milk.
Yes. Espresso martini, man. Espresso martini. The size of a gallon. Yes. Thank you.
CJ said replace Kimmel with these fools.
Peter Murphy, by the way, I don't know if you guys pay attention because there's just a lot of shit back and forth going on, like last week and this week and the week before. Peter Murphy goes at it with fucking Matthew Rocha, who's from Boston.
Yeah, you just see it right now?
And they're literally just fucking gangbanging each other on the fucking on the chat.
Matt Rocha said,
I love. And
Bush.
CJ hears gangbang and he's automatically in.
Yeah, no, Matt, you consistently
said
the
and
text.
from Boston about
Yeah, Matt's from Boston. So Matt consistently says, this team looks amazing. This guy's gonna win before the contest has ended. You do not that is whether they win or
That is
don't.
the ultimate mush. He
You can't
fucking
do that.
crowned Tennessee against Georgia.
Oh
Crowned
yeah.
it. It cost him a bottle of scotch, by the way.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost him a bottle of scotch. Fucking Matthew.
No.
Rocha.
If anyone's wondering, so this is Zahid Valencia's Nike gear. World champion at 86 kilos. Just came back from Zagreb, Croatia. Won the world championship, and he texted me before the finals like, Zahid's good, killing it. I told you who was going to win it. I wanted to throw my phone through the window into my pool. You can't do that, Matt. And yes, did he not get a point scored on him? Yes, but you can't do that. I don't care. He won.
He won.
I don't care. I don't care, man. You can't mush it because if he loses, it's your fault. Because if he loses, it's your fault. And trust me, I know because my daughter has labeled me a mush. And the original tush push of Notre Dame with Matt Leinart pushing Reggie Bush, I got thrown in the bathroom by my daughter because I was mushing it, and they won. That was my end of the career of mushing games, and I'll never say shit again. So that's that. Are we still in your fired mode? Because
we're about to end right now.
I just we'll start off this because this will transition into NFL. I want to fire, brought to you by Nomadic right there. I want to fire all these NFL fans that got their teeth kicked in for the first time in weeks because favorites win every week in the NFL. And now there's a conspiracy in the NFL. And because the Browns beat the fucking Packers. And the other one that's brilliant is that CeeDee Lamb, who everyone had props on to go off, retaped his ankle, try to play again, because I guess in the first quarter or first half, if your player gets hurt, they'll wash your prop bets. They put him out there. He runs a route, and they take him out. And all of a sudden, the NFL is now rigged. Arian Foster, Mr. the script writer. Guys, the NFL, it's any given Sunday, man. All of a sudden, the NFL is fixed because the Browns, who have a great defense, shout out to Carson Schlesinger, the Packers, Jordan Love sometimes shits the bed. The Packers haven't run the ball well with,
that's a tough defense at home, Eddie.
Always.
Literally a top 3 defense at home.
At home for the last 3 or 4 years. That's a tough defense. You saw them in week 1. They what did the Bengals have with that high-powered offense? What, negative or 7 total yards in the second half? They have a hell of a defense. That was a tough game. What was crazy was the 3 block field goals within a minute of real time.
Yeah, real time. That was the crazy thing.
You had a block field goal in the Jets game. You had a block field goal in the Packers game. You had a block field goal in the Eagles game, which was crazy, right? And that was just something you'd never seen. But
Eddie Money, is there any possible way that you could show some of these Aaron Glenn memes, like to the Earth, Wind, and Fire, the dance?
Yeah.
They were just the NFL saved the weekend for me in football. There was I love the Auburn Oklahoma game. That was a great game. Other than that, it was sort of a dud for me. But the NFL was great. It was great. And just because you're out of the suicide league, and just because you lost your 16 parlay teaser, bet like a man, don't be a super teaser. But by the way, that's another unwritten rule of the show. You want to be a man and bet real, don't do super teasers. That's gay. So yeah, just because you lost those stupid bets doesn't mean the NFL is fixed. And that's the end of firing. But let's end your fired with some cool Aaron Glenn memes because they're just so good.
I'll try to find one when we get to the Jets so I can bring it up.
Okay. So that's your fired, brought to you by Nomadic. Let's move on.
To, CJ, Michael Brown mentioned it, said, surprised CJ has time to be on here since he headlined Fox News lately. Shout out CJ. He was on Fox, I think Monday morning.
I asked Rafa, hey, was CJ on Fox? He's like, yeah. Shout out to CJ. He's doing big things. were we not? Did we not? Were we not a stepping stone for this amazing media career, Rafa? Like, did we not?
I am taking no credit for fucking putting on a black dude on TV. No fucking way. No way. No way. There's no way I'm taking credit for that DEI hire for Fox. No.
Hey, let me tell you. Pretty soon, CJ's gonna have to move to Montana or something because the people are gonna recognize him. He's gonna be strolling through Westwood, and he's gonna get his ass kicked by like 3 dudes with white guys with dreadlocks. Yeah, very, very, and tie dye.
Yeah.
So shout out to CJ, man. That doing big things, man. Doing big.
There we go. We'll watch this to start off our NFL segment.
So fucking good, dude. That's so good. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. He sucks as a head coach. But that's fucking great. That is fucking awesome.
What do you mean he sucks? He's had 3 games as a head coach. He almost beat fucking the Steelers. Should have beat the Steelers. He should have beat another good team fucking last week. You cannot label, and I'm not a fan of Aaron Glenn. I didn't think he was a very good coordinator, but you can say he sucks already, Rafa.
Yes, I can.
I guess you can, actually. I guess. I would like you to not, but I guess, yeah, you can.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, he's already overachieved. He
has one fucking win. What are we overachieving? Does he have a win?
Yes, he has a win and two games that he most likely, probably should have won or definitely in the last seconds of winning. That's for damn sure.
Well, they are on primetime tonight, so we'll get that when we get to Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
But we can start off this week real quick, recapping last week. Blue Chips went 2-2 in NFL, 1-1 in college, and props went 4-1. So be sure to be on the lookout for those videos when they are.
You know
posted.
what? Can we do this? Can we do this, Eddie Money? Can we sponsor Eddie Money's blue chip picks?
By the way, Eddie, the Jets are fucking 0-3.
Are they 0-3?
The Jets are fucking 0-3. I'm sticking with it.
They look like a good 0-3 though. Do they not look like a good 0-3?
No, a 30-10 loss is not a good 0-3. There's no such thing as quality losses in the NFL. You're fucking 0-3.
It is the Jets. Like no one wanted that fucking job.
There's too much talent on that defense for you to fucking allow 30 points a week.
Let me tell you. Let's do this right now because Eddie Money's gonna bring the heat when he gives his prop picks. But Eddie Money's prop picks brought to you by Groove It, right? The best iron cleaner in the game. Shout out to Groove It. They came in and they hooked us up with your little mini Groove It right here. Yesterday, Rafa and I played, and I took a practice swing, chunked a practice swing full of mud. And I'm going to say it was a practice swing. You can never prove that it wasn't a practice swing, Rafa. And this little mini right here, clip onto your belt. You know, if you're a golfer, you've chunked a practice swing and you get mud all over. Boom. You don't have to go back to your bag. Just a mini Groove right here on your belt. But big shout out to Groove It. They hooked us up with some awesome cleaning tools. And we love golf. Rafa had his first hole-in-one. I just want to give a big shout out. So Eddie Money's prop picks brought to you by Groove It. Shout out to that company. Great product. Go ahead and support them, man. Product looks
Peter
great.
Murphy, real quick, before we get into the NFL, I want to ask him, and I don't know how long he's going to reply. How are you the fan of all New York teams? Because I know it's usually like Yankees, Giants, Mets, Jets, Islanders, and it's kind of like
that's like being a fan of the Rams, Chargers, Angels, Dodgers, Clippers, Lakers. That's ridiculous.
I always look at New Yorkers as that. There's 2 tiers, right? There's the Yankees, Giants, and Rangers tier. Yeah. And they have no choice with the Knicks. I don't really believe anyone's a fucking Nets fan.
You could be a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. But you could be, but you shouldn't be. Right? But I always look at tier 1 is like Yankees, Giants, Rangers, and then tier 2, which is kind of like an offbeat New Yorker, kind of like a an East LA guy or something. would be Mets, Jets, Islanders.
He said, "No, it's
Facts.
just an LA thing."
All right.
No, there's no way. We
I
gotta
don't
get
believe
someone
that.
else from. No,
I don't
there's
believe
no
that.
way. There's
Jim
no way.
McGough
That's
says, I'm not allowed to golf.
He's fan fluid. That's a good one, Matt.
Oh my god, I'm freaking sweating over here.
Oh, shit.
That's too good.
But-
Too good. But let's
Alright,
get into NFL, man. Let's get into
Yeah.
NFL.
Thursday night football. We got a division game. Seahawks favored by 1.5 going into Arizona to play the Cardinals. Over under 43.5. Line opened up, I think, at Cardinals -1.5, and it's flipped now. Me personally, I don't see how the Seahawks will lose this game at all.
I like Seattle, man. I like Seattle. You know how much as I hate that city? I hate Sam Darnold. I hate them. I hate the town, the whole fucking state. But the Seahawks look good. I mean, listen, they played well. In week 1, they could easily be 3-0. They're 2-1. That they had the Niners come in and that Brock Purdy drop his nuts on them as he usually does. But I like the Seahawks. I think, dude, did you see that drop by Marvin Harrison Jr. last week?
Okay,
Yes,
we need to talk about it.
insane.
We
My
need to
God.
talk about it because I was the only human being on this planet that said Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a lock. And I was tarred and feathered, strung out through the town hall. I was the clown jester, and I was made fun of. He has not looked good now, last year or this year. He's dropping balls, giggity. And can it be saved? I'm sure he's, we saw him at Ohio State, but I said he was not a sure thing. I said it.
Can I throw a name out there? I'm going to throw a name out there. Not as high praise coming out as Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'm going to throw out a name, Eddie, and you tell me if I'm wrong. Justin Blackmon from Oklahoma State.
Woo! That's great.
What
That
do you
is
think? Because
wow.
he didn't have Marvin Harrison Jr. praise, right? But and I'm sure Dude McBoob has some sort of comment about Marvin Harrison Jr. being from playing at Ohio State. But do you see that maybe comparison?
So the Justin Blackmon thing has a lot to do with Dez Bryant. He looked a lot like Dez Bryant coming out of Oklahoma State, and Dez Bryant was a stud. So that got a lot of hype. I agree, but I think that's a great. Was he like he was drafted top 3? I think Justin Blackmon was, but yeah, man. I mean, listen, there's still a ton of time for him to get better, right? And he's doing the right things. He's talented. It's almost like I can't explain why he's not good. James Conner going down, it doesn't hurt. That dude was a leader on that team.
He might have been the leader.
Yeah, you're right. Because we know Kyler, playing video games.
I feel like Kyler's not a leader.
Facts. Like,
I don't get that in his interviews either.
that's not breaking news. That is not breaking news at all. But Trey McBride, listen, they have talent. Benson, who I picked up in my fantasy draft, he's going to be he's talented. I think they're going to be okay at running back. And Arizona, are they not 3-0? They're right.
That's
No. Arizona's 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1. But if
Terrible 2 wins.
and the terrible 2 wins, they beat New Orleans in a game that you thought should have been over early. And it got a little bit, it got dicey. And then the Carolina game, they had an awful second half. The Niner game last week, they could have won that game. Niners get a field goal late to win it. An injured Niner roster, even last week, now even more going forward. So they haven't looked great, and they're 2-1. So, but I think, I think for me, I like Seattle tomorrow night. I think Seattle, with all the injuries that the Niners have, I think if the Niners, I don't know when they're going to get healthy. Bosa, we know, is out. Brandon Ayuk might play week 5 or 6 or whatever. When is Purdy coming back?
Maybe this
Kittle,
week.
He's not coming back.
For at least for 4 weeks. But Purdy practiced today, I believe.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I think Seattle's Seattle looks good. They have to be believing in themselves. We're 2-1. We can win this game 3-1, and we'd have a big advantage because we're a lot healthier than the Niners. I like Seattle. We'll blue chip the first game of the week. Seattle minus 1.5.
Run the blue chip.
Love it.
You know, if Rafa picks Seattle, it goes against every.
We took Seattle last week. We're going to do it again this week.
All right.
We're going to do it again this week.
Doom McBoob said the Arizona Cardinals issued a press release to remind Kyler Murray that many quarterbacks throw the ball.
Yeah, he's not throwing the ball very much, man.
Peter Murphy and Roach are just going at it.
Are they still going at it? I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Two nobodies crime, man.
Michael Brown said Blackman was a great comp, by the way.
Yeah, no, that was a great
Thank you,
pull.
Mike. I've been in this game for some time, Michael.
Yeah, great pull.
And then going into Sunday, we have an overseas game in Ireland this week. We got the Vikings favored by 2.5, going against the Steelers over under 40.5.
This game's crazy because the Vikings, favored by 2.5 points. I have no opinion on this game, to be honest with you. Pittsburgh's defense still has yet to impress.
Show up.
Listen, they held fucking Drake May to 14 fucking points. Boo fucking who? It's Drake May. He's god awful. Let's be real at this point.
Easy.
I'm not pumping the brakes. I'm fucking full pedal ahead. Matthew Roach wearing a Drake May jersey might have killed the New England Patriots on Sunday.
Facts. Look, Matt, you mushed the Patriots. I took the Patriots. I told Zach the two teams I like were the Panthers and the Patriots. First of all, Drake May gets a concussion, hits his head against the ground like a basketball on Roy Williams' floor, and then throws a pick the very next play in the end zone right before half. They go in, they fumble right before the end zone. That game shouldn't have been close, and Steelers pulled that game out. The Pats should have won that game by 10. And Matt, you sent the selfie with the Drake May jersey on.
It's cursed ever since.
Yeah, and Matthew goes, I jinxed that. Same color
I
jersey.
jinxed that for sure.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not wearing it the rest of the year.
I'm glad you're taking some accountability, Matt. I'm glad. That's the first step. Yes.
Crazy weekend for the NFL, by the way. You got 6:30 games of Pacific Standard Time, so 9:30 on the East Coast. Yeah. And then we're going to end up with 2 Monday night games this week. A great fucking week for the NFL.
Great fucking week for football.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
And then
what we got next?
Those 10 a.m. starts that Rafa was talking about, we got the Redskins favored by 1.5 going into Atlanta. Over under 44.5. Atlanta put up a skunk against the Panthers.
I put up my Mike Vick jersey up today right before the show because I wanted to talk about the Falcons. And I'm gonna say it right now. And I know Ryan Holmes loves Raheem Morris. And we have a bet that if Raheem Morris makes the playoffs, and I picked Atlanta to make the playoffs in the NFC, that he would send me a Raheem Morris bobblehead. I'd put it here. But let's be real. When you're watching Michael Penix, he has struggled mightily.
Oh, yeah.
With what I believe is a pretty talented offense, Eddie. Drake London is no slouch. Kyle Pitts has played well. Bijan Robinson, you have Algier, two guys who can run the ball, and you're 1-2. You've struggled, and the reason you beat Minnesota on the road was because the defense was so good.
Yeah.
But this week to lose, to not score a point, going in there, I think they made the right decision in not getting rid of Kirk Cousins, because I'll tell you something. If he goes out this week and they lay an egg against the Washington Redskins, you have to look. I'll tell you what, if they go into halftime and they've only put up a touchdown and they're down 21-7 or 17-7, something like that, and they go in there, because if Daniels plays, I believe that the Redskins win this game. And I'm not a Daniels fan in year 2.
Yeah.
And that's my sophomore slump bullshit that I believe in. But if he goes down at halftime and they've only put up a touchdown and they've only put up 115, 120, 130 yards, I would look to Kirk Cousins to start that second half. Dude, I really would.
Dude, I was totally shocked. I was watching warm-ups, and they panned the camera over to Big Kirko. I was like, I forgot he was even fucking there, Rafa.
Oh no, do not forget of the great white hope down in Atlanta.
I forgot that he was there. And to put up a skunk, it's almost in a divisional game, by the way, in a divisional game to put up a skunk against Carolina, who, you know, I like the defense. Weapons are getting better. I like, you know,
Bryce is playing better.
Yes.
We saw that to end the season last year, and that second half that he had against Arizona 2 weeks ago. You know,
almost beat KC.
I think it gave him some confidence. Second half a couple weeks back, and that carried over into last week. So I'm Big Kirko might be in that game to start that third quarter if this Atlanta team struggles.
Yeah, because you know Bijan's playing well. He's getting his numbers. That was my main concern. Like, where's your identity? But there's no excuse for that offense and those weapons. The offensive line is not bad. For them to put up a fucking donut, that is a red flag. Good call, Rafa. Good call.
100%. Who do you guys see in this game at least?
I really believe that if Jaden Daniels plays, I think they beat them. After what I saw from Atlanta last week, I don't know if that offense can get going. Now Washington's an older team on defense.
Yeah, I think they're the oldest.
One of the oldest, actually.
Yeah, they're probably the oldest team on defense, I believe. If not the entire roster. So because they made additions thinking, you know what, we made an NFC title game this year where a couple pieces might get us to the next step. It's not going to fucking happen. But if Jaden Daniels plays what I saw from Michael Penix last week, he cannot have a game like that again and then survive to keep playing when you have a guy on the bench who we know can play.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. I think Jaden practiced today, which usually means, you know, in a limited way, usually means he's going to play, man. And
shout out to Mariota, by the way. He looked good. I know that Raider defense was god-awful. It's the most.
He would only look good against. I'm sorry. You play him again, and you're going to see that he sucks. That is 1,000%.
Okay. Well,
a Raider thing. That's what Raider thing.
Well, okay. Well, we'll see. But the line sits at 1.5. Vegas is assuming that Daniels is playing. Yeah. I want to believe that anyways. But either which way, I mean, that Falcons offense cannot look like what they looked like last week. It really can't. And they haven't
not for the rest of the season.
No. So I lean Redskins here.
Eddie?
Yeah, no, I take Redskins too, man. I think Jaden's going to play. I do know that the Redskins have the oldest roster in the NFL. When they played the Green Bay Packers, which is a scary fucking deal, their average is 27 years old. I think the only players that are over 30 are the kicker and the punter, or the kicker and the long snapper, or some shit like that.
By the way, real quick, I just pulled up Penix's numbers. Completion percentage is under 60%. He's at 58%. He's thrown 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions in 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, those are brutal numbers for a starting quarterback. He's tied for 35th in the league. There's 32 fucking teams. There's 32 teams, buddy. Dylan Gabriel has played 98% less snaps than you, and he has a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Gotta improve.
Pretty well. I mean, he should go back to the purple wave cap.
He needs to do something.
The do-bag.
And Atlanta's got to do something ASAP.
For sure.
Next game, speaking of quarterback play, we got the Bills at home playing against the Saints. Bills' biggest spread of the week, favored by 15.5, over under 47.5.
The Bills are playing the Saints, guys.
Yeah.
The Bills are playing the Saints, and I believe they're at home.
Yes.
That offense, I feel like they're just going to roll. Like, that's going to be like one of those, 38 to fucking 10 games or some shit like that. I really believe the Bills cover.
And they brought in Shuck at the end in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure what he did. I don't think he did much. But already Spencer Rattler got pulled. I don't even know if it's Spencer's fault, Rafa, to be honest with you.
It's not. The roster's not good.
Yeah. Like, I don't care if you put Tom Brady on that fucking
the roster's just not good.
Yeah, Chris Olave's like, I'm not running a route so I can get killed. Like, fuck that. Alvin Kamara's, great. Alvin Kamara, real quick, Hall of Famer,
Yes,
Eddie Money,
not first
I-
ballot.
not first
Oh,
ballot,
yeah, no way.
but I feel like and I don't know why I just thought of that. I feel like his numbers are going to be like crazy, wild, impressive, career wise with receptions.
I think
I
he's
bet
a-
I bet he's I
But
bet
I
he's
compare
second
him
under
to-
Marshall Falk.
Yeah, no.
He has the Rookie of the Year. He has 5 Pro Bowls for his first 5 years. 2-time All Pro. He holds the Saints' all-time leader in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, and total yards from scrimmage and all-purpose yards.
Yeah, no, he's definitely the Saints Hall of Famer. Like
Oh,
yeah.
in New
That's-
Orleans. Yeah, you can put him in that Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer. I just don't think he's in the first couple of years of eligibility when he gets to that point. Like I would, if I were a voter for the Hall of Fame, I wouldn't put him in on the first time he was on, or even the second time he was on.
No, I think he's like a 4th, 5th ballot.
I feel like if you look at him realistically, and they're obviously two completely different positions, but when you look at Phillip Rivers' numbers, you think he's a Hall of for me, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's first ballot. I think he's like second or third, right? As far as being on the ballot, maybe the second or the third time, or maybe the fourth.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara, I think, would fit into that. Like maybe second, third ballot, somewhere in there.
Where is he?
Great
as far
fucking
as-
running back for his era, for sure.
What? Where is he as far as receptions as a running
Like-
back? He could be top 3 or 4 behind LaDainian Tomlinson
LT.
and Marshall Falk. He has to be right there.
Eddie hates to call LaDainian Tomlinson LT.
No, because he's not LT. I'm
He's
never
the
going to call him
second, and
LT.
he's the offensive LT, Ed.
No, there's no such thing.
He has 582 receptions. Placed him 7th among all
582.
all time. Yeah, 7th among
Wow,
7th
that's huge.
7th all time.
Huge.
All right,
Huge.
all right,
All right. Next game going up, we got the Browns coming off a big underdog win. Going into Detroit. Detroit also coming off a big underdog win in prime time. Lions are favored by 9.5 over under 44.5.
Lions by a million.
Why would you
Just
say that?
The Browns are on the road.
Browns are on the road.
Offense can't do nothing.
Browns are on the road. That offense struggles mightily, and the
Yeah.
defense struggles on the road for whatever fucking reason. We've seen
They
it
do.
for the last 3 years,
Yeah,
right?
It's weird. It's weird. They do.
And Detroit's coming off a huge win, right? And everything went perfect for the Lions, as good as it could get, right? On the road. So I lean the Lions here to cover
What's the spread again, Eddie Money?
9.5.
9.5.
There's no way. I'm taking the Browns all day because they have the defensive rookie of the year, second round pick, Carson Schlesinger out of Santa Clarita, Oaks Christian, walk on at UCLA. And now I told everyone that this is the next Luke Kuechly. I've been saying it for fucking weeks and months. This kid, 10 tackles, 7 solo, 1 sack. He's the green dot. He's the leader. I know this kid's family. His makeup is all time. And Schlesinger, props to you, man. You beat everyone thought the number 1 team in the NFL. I expect this defense to get better on the road. This defense.
I would love to see it. The thing is,
Yeah.
Eddie, for me, week 2 for Detroit, when they played Chicago, I think the offense clicked, right? And it's like, all right, we don't need Ben Johnson. We just beat the fuck out of Ben Johnson. And now we're going to implement his style of offense that is in our playbook already. And they went out and put the fuck to the Ravens on the road in a big time fucking game on Monday night. I think that offense is just going to fucking roll. I mean, you have the two monsters in the backfield. You have
The
weapons
best running back duo.
Oh, it's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. They have 2 guys that could be the best running back on probably 30 NFL teams or 29 at least, right?
Yeah.
You take any one of those guys and put them on 29 other teams, they'd be the best fucking back on that team, no doubt about it. They'd start. And so I think Detroit, I think they clicked. After week 2 or during week 2, I think it just clicked for them. I think they're going to start fucking rolling. and be careful. That team might put up fucking 35 every week.
Detroit, like Philly, can draft their ass off. Detroit already having one of the best offensive lines along with Philly. They drafted a second-round pick, this guard out of Georgia with a mullet, and he's dominating, Rafa. Everyone thought, okay, this is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs this year, David Montgomery on the back burner. You have 2 1s. Then to me, it's not a 1A, 1B. David Montgomery is a stud. The best thing for him was to get out of Iowa State. I don't know where our man
he was in
Will.
the Bears.
Yeah, no. Well, he's at the Bears, but out of Iowa State though.
Oh.
David Montgomery. He's a number 1, man. And that they know who they are. They run the ball and have a great run game, which goes off of their play action. And I said it. I said they were the number 2 seed. They do have, and you said this also, Rafa, they do have a really tough schedule. But
they do. And they're 2-1.
Yeah.
And I think I think that offense is just gonna roll. I really
think
do.
For me, this was the game that like solidified that they don't need Ben Johnson anymore. I think that was a lot of people were waiting on to see if the offense could still run without him, and clearly they can. So it should be smooth running for them.
Because the thing is, Eddie Money, they brought in a guy that was under Ben Johnson. They brought in a guy, the linebacker coach, that was under Aaron Glenn. Verbiage didn't change. I'm very sure there was tweaks here and there, but the train's going to keep rolling. And how I feel. Yeah, bringing those guys, and you know how I feel about Dan Campbell, man. I love me some Dan Campbell.
Is your NFL team cold? Get you a can of Campbell soup.
They
Also,
are
everyone in the comments agreed that LaDainian Tomlinson is not LT.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's the LT, but he still goes by LT.
I hate it.
All right.
That's like calling, that was like calling, what was the guy, Minor, Air, like the second coming of Air Jordan. You can't be.
Harold Miner?
Yeah, Baby Jordan.
Out of USC.
Or who was Baby Shaq out of LSU. You're a knockoff version. You're the Timo version of an LT. LaDainian Tomlinson was great. But go LD. He should have went LD.
Matthew said Rafa is LaMelo Mello.
Because everybody knows how much I love Melo offensively, one of the most skilled of all time, in my opinion. So it's a great point, by the way. But LaMelo, LaDainian Tomlinson, LT, is arguably, and I don't give a fuck what Eddie says because he's a Chargers hater because he's a Raiders fan, is arguably one of the, if not the most talented running back of all time. That man caught 100 footballs. Okay, I didn't say balls because Jay, if he's watching, he gets all fucking diddied up and oiled up. He caught 100 footballs in a season. He had his single season touchdown record. Okay, he fucking threw for touchdown passes on the fucking halfback toss pass. All right, we saw it. He was a phenomenal back.
We saw
so I'm not going to fucking allow this bullshit.
Don't forget, Rafa, that he ran for one, threw for one, and passed for one.
All against the Raiders. He owned the fucking Raiders. He literally owned them.
For like,
so LaDainian Tomlinson's greatness at his position is great. Okay, and it's not Lawrence Taylor because we know that he's the best defensive end, linebacker, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Defensive player of all time.
And arguably, he's one of the 2 best players of all time. Yeah. All time.
Jerry Rice, LT.
Jerry Rice and Lawrence Taylor are the 2 best players of all time at any position in football. There is no doubt about it. But you brought up LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball isn't as close to Melo as Carmelo Anthony in anything ever. Like ever.
The issue with that is if you ask like kids though, if you say Melo, they think LaMelo Ball though.
Yeah, that's stupid because kids are idiots. Because when you watch Carmelo Anthony play, whether it was in fucking Denver or in New York, the man could score the basketball from anywhere on the court, and
I'm not disagreeing.
Even at the end, Rafa, if he had the green light, Offense was never the issue with him.
You said, please, Timmy Smith, Peyton Hillis, and Rashad were so much better than Laderalika Tomlinson or whatever his name is.
You know what? You know who you forgot, dude, McBoob? That these guys didn't know who he was a year ago or 2 years ago. Tim Biaka Batuka, baby.
Yeah,
Tim
baby.
Biaka Batuka.
Yes.
Don't forget about Tim Biaka Batuka, man.
Peyton Hillis. Wow. Was Peyton Hillis on the cover of Madden,
Of Madden
one year?
and then disappeared.
God, that's what shit goes crazy. Let's get on to some more football before we get
Good
ne-
pull, dude McBull. Boob. Good pull.
Next game, Panthers going into New England to face Drake May and the Patriots. Patriots favored by 5.5, over under 42.5.
Dude, I don't think the Patriots should be favored by 5.5 against anybody.
Agreed. I thought that's a lot of points.
I'm going to take Carolina. We're going to blue chip the Carolina Panthers on the road, coming off a big win. I think the last 6 quarters of Carolina. I think Carolina's last 6 quarters is a lot to build going forward for them. A big win in the division last week to dominate Atlanta like that. And they were also 5.5 point underdogs at home in that game. This week they're on the road. I don't think the Patriots are 5.5 points better than anyone at home, on the road, on fucking planet Earth, at Fenway Park, or at Gillette Stadium. They shouldn't be favored by 5.5 against against Boston College, let alone an NFL football team. So fuck the New England Patriots, Carolina Panthers plus 5.5. Bryce Young, T-Mac, and them boys going to get it done.
Matthew Rusher said he's not saying anything, so he has no input on this game.
Yeah, he's gonna go buy a fucking Bryce.
He'll probably go buy a Bryce Young jersey.
Fuck Boston, right, Peter Murphy?
Next game up, we mentioned it earlier. Chargers favored by 6.5 going into New York to play the Giants. As you mentioned, Jackson Dart will be getting the start this week, over under 44.5.
Dude, I don't like teams going from west to east in this early time slot. The Giants bringing in Jackson Dart, what does that do for the locker room? We see it a lot in the NFL, right? Where they change, they bring in they change the quarterback, and it kind of, what does it do for the locker room? A lot of the times when we know that the quarterback is the problem, you see a big change in that locker room.
Yeah.
The team, do they rally behind the rookie? I believe they will, and I think the Giants cover on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon on the East Coast. I think the Giants cover the 6.5. I listen. Everybody's gung ho on the Chargers. They're gun ho on them. I feel like when I watch them play, I like a lot of the things Herbert does. I feel like there's certain points of the game though where they kind of fall off. The Raiders game, the Raiders had plenty of opportunities on that Monday night to score the football, get right back into that game, make it a 1-score game. They had plenty of chances. The Chiefs had a chance in Brazil, had a chance to win that game as well. I don't think, and you saw it last week with Denver. Denver took over in that kind of fucking dry spell that they went through there in the second quarter.
Right after halftime.
And to start halftime. To end the second quarter, going into the third quarter, I felt like the Chargers got away with one there. I don't think they're good enough to get away with having quarters like that. Going on the road, early morning start, Pacific time. I like the Giants to cover with the rookie, and I know Neighbors is
questionable,
or doubtful or whatever. But I think they get off. I think they found something in Cam that we've seen since draft night, and we've said it, and we love him in Arizona State. Go Sun Devils and fuck you, Richard Dice and the Wildcats. I'm taking the Giants plus 6.5, or blue chip the G-Men plus 6.5.
And there's a reason why Russ got benched after a record-breaking week. If the Giants had any kind of quarterback play last week against the Chiefs, they would have been in that game. That's how bad Russ was. He threw against the worst defensive backfield in the league. The Cowboys are 31st. He was throwing it up like a pop fly on Avenue 30 in Glassell Park.
Yes, sir.
And it just happened to be caught. the film had to be horrendous. There's a reason why they made this move. That defense is still legit. And a lot of times Patty was just doing his magical shit, running out of, sacks. I mean, literally, they were all over him, but Pat Mahomes made some great fucking plays. But Giants were in that game. It was just horrible quarterback play. So I'm going to jump on Rafa's back on that. I think the Giants cover. Sorry to fucking
jump on my back, Eddie. Full Diddy. Let's do it.
Game after that, we have a really good game here. Eagles favored by 3.5 going into Tampa to play Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Over under 43.5. Chris Godwin, I believe, was a full participant in practice today.
And they need him because Mike Evans is out.
Mike Evans is out, yes.
Tristan Wirfs, maybe the best left tackle in the game. He's back as well.
I want to tell you something, and I was thinking about this earlier today when we got to the Eagles. I wanted to bring this up when we got here. We've watched the Eagles play, and to me, they haven't looked impressive, and they're 3-0. It reminds me a little bit of the Chiefs team last year, where they weren't impressive and they were winning games because their roster is that good. They were getting breaks, and a lot of the refs and this and that. The Eagles are getting breaks right now. They're literally getting the breaks that the Chiefs were getting last year. Not only with the off, the false starts with the guards on the tush push and I'm going to grab your ass and we're going to go forward bullshit. They're getting false starts there. They're not getting called. But not only that, they're pulling out games. That last week, when do we see blocked field goals? We saw 3 last week, which was insane. It's one of the toughest things to do in football. As a unit, is to block a field goal or a punt. At least in the NFL. In college, we see it all the time. But in the NFL, it's one of the toughest things to do. They end up getting a blocked field goal to win that game. They squeaked that out. I feel like this Eagles team is the Chiefs team of last year, where they don't look overly dominant on offense. Saying all of that, give me fucking Tampa Bay plus 3.5 at home. At home, give me the Bucs because Baker's out last week. I'm going to go with Baker. They made that game closer than it should have been, and those are the things that kind of upset me with the NFL. Like, you're settling for a field goal when you know damn well that your offense is better than that other unit. If you have an offensive unit that's better than the defensive unit you're facing, at least at that moment in the game, for me, I put up another 6 on the scoreboard instead of settling for a field goal. We saw the ridiculous blocked field goal return for touchdown. Aaron Glenn dancing Earth, Wind, and Fire on the sideline. We've seen all the memes. But you saw how easy it was for Baker because that unit was superior to the Jets' defense of unit on that Sunday, right? So for me, I think Tampa. I like Tampa to cover the 3.5. The Eagles probably squeak it out by 3 because that's what the Chiefs did all of last year, and I feel like the Eagles team is going in that same direction where they will squeak it out by 3. But if you're getting 3.5 at home with Tampa Bay, give me Tampa Bay at home with 3.5.
Is that a official blue chip?
Oh, it's a blue chip, 100%.
Just confirming.
Let me give a couple things. As a Raider fan, I wanted Baker badly. Since he's been with the Bucs, Rafa, since 2023, he is first with 22 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. First in the NFL. He's first in first down scrambles, always making plays, really good. Getting first downs with his feet. He's second in the NFL since 2023 in QBR at 73. The guy is a dog. He has matured, right? He has matured and has figured some shit out. He's a dog. I'll never forget Monday night. He's staring down Patty Mahomes, MVP. He's like, dude, I'm not afraid of you. I fucking was your host at Texas Tech when I was there. The guy has been there and done that. Emeka Egbuka is on his way to being a number 1. Godwin, I think, even might be back. So you're not going to lose much. Emeka Egbuka is a dog, and I love Bowles. I love Todd Bowles.
He's starting to grow on me, Eddie. Starting to grow on me.
Yes.
By the way, Duck Sweeney says Baker's playing like an animal. Absolutely what Eddie said. And Eddie's loved Baker for
Yep.
a long time.
A long time, man. Since he showed up 2 days, beat the Raiders in SoFi, literally didn't know the roster and destroyed the Raiders in the fourth quarter. Literally was on the team for 2 days. Flew in the night before and kicked the Raiders' ass in SoFi.
I remember that. The Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yes.
That hurt your butt. I remember that night.
Yeah.
I still remember that night. It hurt Eddie's butthole.
Oh, and
That hurt my everything too.
hurt my everything. All orifices on Eddie Money. His ears, mouth, everything.
My
Peter
soul,
Murphy
everything.
playing his Philly hate. He says he hopes he sticks another flag. Love it.
Anyways, it's a great game. Great game.
Phenomenal game. Next game up, we have Cam Moore and the Tennessee Titans playing CJ Stroud and the Texans, which are somehow favored by 7.5 over under 38.5. So they
Do we have
think that
CJ Stroud's record?
all time or this year.
Oh, this season. Can we get it? Is that a 0 and a trade?
Over. I think he's over.
Is he over? Oh, baby.
He's over. This is a battle to
I'm not gonna say
get
it.
rid of the
I'm
O.
not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so. But
You did.
This is a battle of the bad. This is a battle of the bads in that bad AFC South. That the top has looked great in the Colts and the Jags. But for the Titans are just a bad football team, and Callahan's just a bad football coach. I really believe, and they have, I think their future star in Cam Ward. I think he's going to be just fine. He'll get some weapons. He's going to go through his bumps and bruises, which is fine. Listen, they can go probably 1-16 is probably what's going to end up happening with that team. And nobody should blink an eye because the coach sucks and the roster isn't very good on the offensive side of the ball. I think the Texans bounce back here, pick up a big win, get that offense going, and hopefully can build from there. Not hopefully for me, because I don't like CJ Stroud or the head coach, D'Amico Ryans. I don't like any of them. But I think the Texans win this game by double digits.
I think this is a perfect teaser leg, by the way.
Well, enjoy that.
I mean,
Zach jumped in. He said, "Fire Clemson." The firings are done, and college football's coming up, Zach. So stay tuned.
yeah, stay tuned.
we'll
with
get
that.
to Clemson. We'll get to Duck Sweeney. No way.
That's his brother, man. That's it. Oh, it's his cousin.
I'm going to give us a shitload of credit and say that Duck Sweeney is Dabo Sweeney, but he put the duck in front to kind of throw us off. Because he had a Bama reference a minute ago. And that's where it clicked that we might have Dabo in here, but maybe, as disguised.
Oh, dude. Dabo, come on, man. Dude.
Hey, by the way, I've been pulling.
Oh, you just said it.
Already. I've been pulling for that for 2 weeks.
Rafa has been on that shit for a long time.
It's coming. It's coming. It's going to happen. Roll Tide. We'll get to that.
Nico Collins, catch a ball.
Facts.
A football.
Oh.
Because he's playing like he's catching balls in those Niner games.
Way to specify that, Rafa. Thank you. Great analysis there.
Yes.
Last morning game, we got the Bears favored by 1.5 going into Vegas to play the Raiders over under 47.5.
Eddie, I said this in the group chat and nobody said anything, and I don't know if you saw it. The Raiders roster is bad. Let's be real. You have a blue chip player on defense. You have a blue chip player on offense. Geno Smith looks like he's Jets Geno Smith at this point. And I know you said week one. Listen, we know he's going to throw the ball out there. Mm-hmm. Some of the throws he made against the Chargers were just stupid bad decisions.
Yeah.
At point, and you were in an area where you needed points in the game, and you threw away a pick, which was just something stupid. Yeah. And so he's making bad decisions now. I don't think it's you know what? You could throw the ball deep and you can make that mistake, but these are just now bad decisions that he's making. For me, I would never even throw out there to trade Brock Bowers because he's a second-year player and he's your blue chip on offense.
Yeah.
But you have a 30-year-old Max Crosby who can't do anything on defense by himself. Literally, he does everything possible, and he's still it doesn't help. if I'm the Raiders, I trade Max Crosby I want to say you'd probably get a really close deal to what Micah got, Micah being a couple years younger. I think Max is 28 and Micah's 26, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I would make that trade, Eddie, and then have 2 first-rounders for next year, your own and the one you get, and then maybe 2 first-rounders a year after that and start to build something. Because I don't think – and they have a tremendous head coach. We know the history at USC, in Seattle. We're going to forget about the New England and the Jets days because they weren't any good. But and New England actually wasn't terrible when he was there.
Yeah.
But too good of a head coach, a blue chip on offense and a blue chip on defense, and your defense is just god-awful. I would trade Max Crosby now.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. You can't trade him because he's your whole identity. We all know my take that he's going to be the best Raider of all time. Here's the issue, and I agree with you with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's the right guy. Raider fans and Raider pundits, Raider content creators are calling for Brendan Carroll's head. The offensive line is in shambles.
Facts.
And I talked to a really good friend who is in that building as a journalist, covers the Raiders, an ex-NFL guy. We talk every day, and we talk about this all the time. The good teams, Rafa, the Eagles, Detroit, Green Bay, even KC tries to figure it out. The good teams are built inside out. I don't care if you have Lamar Jackson. I don't care if you have Tom Brady. If you have a bad offensive line and a bad defensive line, by the way, we have the worst defensive tackle room in the league. We're straddling at the very bottom of an offensive line. You have to build from the trenches out. I saw a stat today that, and Eddie Money might have already said it. People are throwing, Ashton Jeanty, horrible pick. Ashton Jeanty, out of 47 carries this year, Rafa, has been hit at the line of scrimmage or in back of the line of scrimmage 27 out of 47 times. So I wasn't proponent of drafting Ashton Jeanty. Who I wanted, and it's on record, was a left tackle from the University of freaking Missouri. And I said this. I wanted this guy, and his name is Armand Membao, a monster, who, by the way, the Jets picked up. And right now, his pass blocking rating is 95.8. You got to build from the inside out. I'm not, I was very sketchy on Jeanty. I'm trying to believe in him. But, Brendan Carroll is Pete Carroll's son. He has another son that's coaching another fucking position. And he's, I hate to say it because I love Pete. Will he fucking fire his own son? He's under the pressure. People are calling for his head. I don't know what you do, man. I don't know.
But the talent's not there on the offensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. Like, you can't blame the guy if the talent isn't there on the offensive line. And for you to go out and draft a running back with the number 6 pick in the draft when you don't have an offensive line to protect the quarterback or to run block, you just don't have it. So it doesn't matter if you have fucking Saquon Barkley back there. It's probably not going to work out. And so, to me, I just think that's why it was a bad pick. Because you were in need of so many things, and you took a running back. Like that's the thing. You took with the 6th pick, and I told you this, we talked about it on before draft night, that if they took him, I always thought it was going to be a bad pick because you're in need of so many other things, and you're taking a position that in reality, when we look at it, there's few guys that are still phenomenal after years 3, 4, 5, and so on.
So think about it, Rafa. How many running backs that have been drafted in the top 5 have ever made it? Cedric Benson, a bust out of Texas. Saquon was almost a bust, and then he had that year that he had last year.
Whoa! What?
Whoa! Eddie.
He was
no.
injured. He was injured as fuck with the Giants.
He was injured the last season in New York, and it wasn't even the full. Like, no.
And then he got injured. He was injured twice in New York.
Yeah,
had
but
one-
no. He still had the most money you can get for a running back when he went to Philly. So it's not like he was fucking,
He was still
What I'm saying-
phenomenal on the Giants.
Listen, he was great, right? But the easiest position to hit on in the fucking draft is running back, and it's the riskiest to draft early, other than quarterback. You could Isaiah Pacheco. You could name running back after running back after running back.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
yeah.
And the 6th pick was awful taking him there.
Yeah.
But you took him, and you don't have an offensive line. And to me, I'm telling you, Max would be the perfect guy to get rid of. You can say he's the Raiders' identity. You're
He
1
is.
and 2. You're 1 and 2. You haven't made the playoffs in how many years now? 3 or 4. You've been basically irrelevant in your division. You have no identity. You don't have one.
Well,
you
you actually do. It's losing.
That's it. And you can't have an identity of losing and say this player is our identity. No, you don't have one. You really don't. So for me, I trade him.
I would just like it to be known that the most recent running backs chosen in the top 5 were Bijan, Saquon, Leonard Fournette, and Zeke. And Zeke, Leonard Fournette, Saquon were all in back-to-back years.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
running back got
I'll tell you what,
devalued.
Jensen hasn't looked good as good as any of those guys. I know we're only 3 games in, but Zeke was phenomenal, and he deserved that second contract.
He was great for 3-4 years. He was really good.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Oh, yeah. But how do we see this game playing out?
Who are they playing?
Bears and the Bears are favored by 1.5 going on the road.
The
to
ugliest football game to watch. I wouldn't even watch it. I might go get a pedicure during this game.
Listen, Rafa, I said it, and I don't know who else came on, whether it was Peter Murphy or Dude McBoob, but someone else liked Chicago with me last week. And
It was Peter, I believe. He said he took
Ye-
the Bears over the Cowboys.
yeah,
I
I like
Cowboys hate.
Yeah, no, it's because the Cowboys defense is absolutely garbage. And,
Second worst in the league.
And only if they had a pass rusher, like a game changer.
Yeah.
But no. Listen, I get a lot of hate. I'm in a fantasy league with like some big Raider content creators, and I beat Josh, who's the GOAT, who's a big one. And, I told my friend who's in the media, I try to be the voice of reason when it comes to Raider fans. And they do it every year, Rafa. They do it every year. They believe the hype. And I don't know how they do it. I love the Raiders. I fucking love the Raiders. But for any Raider fan that actually knows football to believe the hype, you're delusional. You're fucking delusional. To think that we had a shot to be better than 8 wins, the talent is not there. We don't have a number 1 receiver. The offensive line, we have a good left tackle. Everything else is bad. We have bad defensive ends. Malcolm Kuntz. Oh, just wait. Malcolm Kuntz. Malcolm Kuntz had the lowest rating at defensive end in the league. He's garbage. We have retreads at linebacker. We have no cornerbacks. Just because you love a team or just because you drafted someone to your team doesn't make them good. Doesn't make them good. And Spytech, if you're listening, Mr. Spytech, the GM, start drafting offensive and defensive linemen, because we can talk about this when we get to college. What I thought was going to be a wealth of college QBs doesn't turn out. I don't think we draft one this year, man.
Well, you can't, because you gave Geno a 3-year deal for a lot of money.
Oh, come on. What does that mean?
I'm just saying.
Means you won't
Let's
take one.
Go on to the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 p.m. games. We have the Colts going into Los Angeles to play the Rams. Rams favored by 3.5, over under 50.5. This will be a real test for the Colts, and we'll see if Indiana Jones can battle with LA.
Playing good, man. Playing fucking good, dude.
Oh my God.
I love me some Daniel Jones, man.
Whew.
I was always a defender of the Daniel Jones bashing here. You know that. Any guy who wins a road playoff game, anyone who wins a road playoff game with that fucking shitty roster that Giants had is a winner in my book.
That is true. Rafa always said that. That may have been its only defense, but he said he won a road playoff
He
game.
kept on defending him, and I kept on saying, Rafa, you're nuts. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. Do you think
Listen, they're 3-0? I think this is a
real?
tough game. What's that?
Is it real, Rafa? Are the Colts real?
I believe for the last handful of years, even when Carson Wentz was there, that this team was always really talented with Jonathan Taylor, and I like Michael Pittman, and now they got Warren at tight end. I thought their offensive line was always above average.
Mm-hmm.
I've always believed that the Colts roster for the last handful of years has been pretty good. Now they've got a quarterback that he's not great. We're not going to put him at the top 10 in the league, but he's not making mistakes. They're playing well. They didn't punt the first 2 weeks of the season, right? And so they're playing well. This is their, like Eddie Money said, this is their first tough test going on the road, getting 3.5. It's going to be one of those games where you want to watch, see how the Rams bounce back after that brutal loss there, a game that they know they should have won. And you know, crazy shit happens there to end a football game, as it does. I want to see this game. This will be the biggest, you know, kind of test for the Colts, and where we can really kind of grade them. You know what? If they go in there and they go into SoFi and they battle, they keep the game close, lose by 3, maybe a late touchdown, whatever. Then I think the Colts then we can kind of consider the Colts. All right, this team may be for real, right? And I feel the same way with the Jags in that division as well. So the big test. We'll wait to see. I think it's a big game for both teams, especially for the Rams. They need to bounce back from that win there, from that loss.
Rafa, I don't know if, like, I'm watching that game, and time after time after time in big spots, dude, I didn't think Puka. I knew he was good, right? But I didn't think he'd have a good as year as he had last year with Devontae Adams, you know, and with a good running back. But time after time, dude, Puka is insane. He is so good. And I've always been a fan of Matt Stafford, and McVay is a Hall of Fame coach in my book. But I'm
with a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm just, I don't know. Is anyone else shocked? Did anyone think like he was gonna have as good as year as last year? And he's just like unstoppable. I'm watching the game like, guys, we should probably bracket the fuck out of 17. Or of 12.
12.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's been phenomenal, and I great situation there. Great head coach, great quarterback, a great veteran in that number 2 position. That you know, Devontae hasn't always been. I mean, at least in my opinion, I don't think he's been one of those, you know, prima donna wide receivers for the most part. So I think he's a great guy to have at number 2 when you have Puka at number 1, because he can learn so much from Devontae already, and not on the field, you know, a lot on the field, but also off the field, preparation and so on to get better. And I think you're seeing it from Puka. And to me, it's not a surprise. I think he's a phenomenal receiver. He's probably one of the 5 best receivers in the league right now.
100%.
Eddie, you feel the same way?
I think you can argue he's top 3 right now.
Yeah, there's no argument here.
Yeah.
So at least for spread wise, do you think the Colts can cover though?
I would like to see the Colts cover. I don't know if they can. I would like to see the Colts cover. And I think if they do, then we got to really start to think, you know, the Colts maybe have a chance in that AFC middle tier, right? Because I still think the top tier is Buffalo, and the Ravens will get it together.
Yeah.
I will say this, last thing on this game. My daughter and my son-in-law both went to the game at SoFi. Confirmed. Garbage.
Straight
Garbage
trash.
stadium. Hot as F. No air conditioning. You can't keep the rain out when it rains. When there's thunder, which is never is, there's been a thunder and lightning warning in LA at that stadium. What are you? Is it hot? Is it cold? The fights, it's like fighting. It's like a hockey rink because the floors, they didn't put any traction on them. The stadium, dude, do you know how much they charge? And this is not Juanita and Porfilio's front yard in Inglewood for parking. This is SoFi Stadium. Guess how much they charge for parking, Rafa?
$200.
$200 to park your vehicle. Garbage.
Straight trash.
Straight trash, homie.
Straight trash.
As Randy Moss would say.
Rafa mentioned this team earlier. Jags will play the 49ers this week. 49ers are at home, favored by 3.5. Over under 47.5. Mac Jones should still be starting, correct?
Maybe. Purdy, I think, played in practice in limited capacity today.
Okay.
But
The line at 3.5 with all the Niners injuries tells you that Purdy's starting. So if Purdy doesn't start, I believe the line will go down to 3 in this game. I think Pearsall is also questionable. I like what the Jags have done. To me, I think it was a coaching mistake the game they lost in Cincinnati, not kicking a field goal there. And I know they lost by 4. I think they should have kicked the field goal. Would have been a different type of pressure on Browning and the Bengals going on that last drive. But the Jags, to me, I think they should be 3-0. Coaching mistakes. Going on the road, facing the Niner team. We'll see. Niners are super injured. 3.5, I think, is too many. If Purdy plays or he doesn't play, I think 3.5 for a team like Jacksonville who's been playing well. I think it's tough. So if you had to pick a side to bet on, if you have to bet this game, I'd lean towards the Jags plus the 3.5 because of all the Niners injuries. But I did pick the Niners to be the number 1 seed in the NFC, so I'm going to stick with the Niners.
That's wild.
Who are 3-0.
Looking at the injury report real quick, Ricky Pearsall did not practice with a knee injury, and Brock Purdy practiced limited.
Pearsall looked incredible. He looked like a true number 1. I will say this, and this goes to Rafa's point. The Jags lead the NFL in drop passes, and they're still having success. That to me says a lot. Like, drop passes is a very fixable thing. Like, receivers go through ruts. They get the yips. I think that's going to get fixed. I think you had the Jags making it to the playoffs. Did you not?
I have the Jags winning that division.
Yeah. I mean, you lead the NFL in drops, and Trevor Lawrence still looks pretty good. They're going to get that fixed. I like the Jags as well to cover.
I mean, yeah, all courtesy of Brian Thomas, like Zach said. Last game of the late window, we got the Ravens favored by 2.5 going into Kansas City to play Chiefs. Over under 48.5. Everyone knows Mahomes as an underdog at home is a great thing to bet on, but would you still take him this year with absolutely no receiving core?
Well, Xavier Worthy is going to play.
With absolutely no receiving core.
I don't even think that matters.
I love it.
I don't even think that matters. By the way, real quick, Peter Murphy says everything in LA is trash. California as a whole, I agree with you 1,000%. And I live here, by the way. New York is the Big Apple.
California knows how to party, Peter Murphy.
New York is the Big Apple, the center of the world, also a rat-infested city. So you are also as well. But anyways.
Duck, my bad. Duck Tooney with a quick question in the last game. He said, I hope Mac Jones gets picked up by Saints this season. And Matthew Rocha asked if he can get a starting job next year.
No. Let's relax. It's fucking.
He might get a starting job this year. There's talk of the Bengals either going out and getting Russ or getting Mac Jones.
All possible.
Yeah,
all possible. But I want to address this game. I think the Ravens win this game. I think the Ravens cover. We can blue chip it, snap it, flip it, rub it down, whatever you want to do.
Oh no!
Oh no! I like having. The defense has been struggling, right? They allowed 40 points in week 1 to Buffalo. They allowed 38 to the Lions this last week. on Monday night. The Ravens defense has been on the field longer than almost any defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
And listen, Lamar scoring quick, and that's
Yep.
the problem, right? At least when your defense is getting manhandled, we need to extend the drive. How are you going to extend the drive? Have Lamar use his feet a little bit, extend the drives a little bit, get that defense as much rest as possible, if possible, in game, because they're a bad unit right now, and they have a shitload of talent on that defense. And I think if they have another bad week defense, I think you have to look at firing the coordinator, doing something to spice it up there on that defense. But I think the
Listen.
Ravens.
You lost to Buffalo Bills, okay, and you lost another tight game to another very good team.
But you're
in Detroit.
allowing a ton of points. You allowed
You are.
79 points in those two games.
You are, but you know who doesn't score a lot of points? Their Achilles heel is run defense. Detroit ran all over their ass. The Bills ran all over their ass. And then they had two bad fumbles, right? And King Henry that he's never done. I mean, it's crazy what's happened. But let's go to the positives now. In the last 6 meetings, Rafa, Patty Mahomes is 5-1 against Lamar. Lamar, 6 touchdowns, 3 picks. Patty Mahomes, 14 touchdowns and 3 picks in the last 6 meetings. Patty Mahomes, 73% completion ratings. Lamar, 57. For some reason, when these two monsters of the AFC meet up, the Chiefs have their number. That being said, what can't Kansas City do? They can't run the ball. And that is, the strength or the Achilles heel of the Baltimore's defense. They're great in pass defense. So for that reason, I agree with you. I'm shocked that you picked the Ravens. I think the Ravens actually dominate this game. And not because I hate Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. Yeah. It's because with your own eyes. And by the way, Lamar Jackson, best passer rating in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to pick against the Chiefs, and especially at home. But when I watch the Chiefs, I mean, the offenses continue to struggle like it did last year, right? They didn't have a 30-point game until, I believe, Buffalo in the playoffs, where they won that game. Yeah. They've struggled to put up points. And so Lamar and the Ravens don't struggle to put up points. They give up a shit ton of points, but they're giving up points against potent offenses, right? Yeah. And they face, in their first 3 games, they face Josh Allen, and they face Jared Goff and those monsters from Detroit with that offense that they have. So now you're going into Kansas City, a team that has struggled to put up points for the last 2 years. They don't have a number one weapon on offense. It's Patrick Mahomes and then the Funky Bunch. That's what it is right there. And they look god awful. And so Travis Kelce, announcing that he's now pregnant or whatever, and all his 17 vaccines that he's on. He looks like shit. It's time he should announce now that he's going to retire, so they can give him a farewell tour if he wants. They look awful, and I think the Ravens. To me, I think the Ravens are still the second best team in the AFC. Even at 1-2.
Doug Sweeney said, "Chiefs are a shell." I'm a Chiefs hater, so you got to take what I say with a grain of salt. And he says Mahomes took such a large contract they had no money left. I don't agree with that actually. Mahomes is not even. He's not even the highest paid quarterback.
Or near it.
But
I don't even think he's top 5.
My question is this, Rafa. How much longer, if you're Andy Reid, this is like 3 or 4 games in a row, including the Super Bowl, where you've had Travis Kelce disrespecting Andy Reid on the fucking sideline.
It's out of control.
And he's had to play it down and calm it down. At a certain point, sit your fucking ass down and go join your lady on fucking tour in fucking the Philippines or something. You're not good enough at this point to be fucking yelling at Andy fucking. I'm sorry, I'm so pissed off about it. I just hate the fucking Chiefs. How much longer are we gonna deal with him fucking scolding. It's like I love my Gucci mama, my 4-year-old granddaughter. But there's gonna be a point where she's poking me, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, I'm still Papa. You got to show me some respect." Andy Reid is still fucking Andy Reid, and show the guy some respect. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Eddie. I'm with you 100%. I think, but I think, listen, if they lose this week, and I'm fucking repeated the last 2 weeks, you need to go out and get that man a weapon.
Yeah,
He's too good to not have something, and you have nothing. You don't have a Wes Welker. You don't have a Julian Edelman, and those aren't elite guys. Those are middle of the pack slot receivers. He doesn't have that. Fucking Hollywood Brown. Like it's just not.
Yeah.
Rashid Rice comes back in 2 weeks.
But it's still Rashid Rice. It's not Jerry Rice.
Rashid Rice did pretty damn well though.
He was good because he was number one with Patty Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was fucking Houdini. Any other quarterback besides maybe Jaden Daniels last week gets sacked 4 times. That defensive line was hunting, and he had eyes in the back of his head. He made play after play. I agree with Rafa. You got to go get him. Tyreek Hill just makes way too much sense. And I don't want the Chiefs to be good, but Xavier Worthy, is he really going to come and be Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Or Rashid Rice?
He's not that dude. I'm sorry.
Matthew Rush said, Mahomes might be in his Brady middle of his career struggle, although if it lasts for 2 years or more, you can't compare.
Oh, I stopped comparing. It's never been a comparison. It's math. It's math.
You know, since we're on the Chiefs, since we're on the Chiefs, man, we're on the Chiefs. The thing is that Eddie stopped comparing because Brady ended with 7 Super Bowls and he's done. His career's over. It's done with. He had 7. Mahomes just turned 30. He's got 3. He's in the prime of this thing. It's just these receivers.
You know what?
None of these receivers are even close. None of these receivers are close to Wes Welker or Julian Edelman.
Oh my God!
Are they better? Are they better?
They're not
better.
But don't Nicole Hardman and Julian Edelman were fucking Randy Moss and Chris Carter. Like, don't act like they were great.
Randy Moss, which he didn't win a Super Bowl with.
He had him 1 fucking year, or maybe 2.
And he didn't win a Super Bowl with. And we saw how good that team was. They were fucking undefeated.
And he had the best. He had 22 fucking receiving touchdowns. Like the best year anyone's ever had a fucking receiver. But
listen.
Since we came out with this, Rafa, today, I forgot. Eddie Money posted the Mahomes at the end of career, and people are like, it's very divided. Like, there's haterism. You mentioned Breeze, Manning.
Mahomes is better than all of them at age 30.
Okay, I'll give you that. But what Mahomes is and what he did last week, he is and Rodgers, although made some magical moves, never a runner for first downs, just magical and great pocket awareness. Mahomes is the dude on 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 12. If you play man, he kills you with his feet. And that's why it's almost over. He's never going to play to 38, Rafa. Plus, his wife is we don't talk about wives on the show.
Here we go.
That's why he's not playing. He relies on his legs, Rafa. He's not a pocket passer. And someone said he's a modern day pocket passer. What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean? I don't know. Modern day pocket passer.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers used his feet when he needed to, not as much as Mahomes. But Mahomes, you're throwing Mahomes out here like he's using his feet like fucking Jalen Hurts or I'm not going to say Lamar.
He does, Rafa. He kills you with his feet. He kills you with his feet.
I think that Herbert runs the ball more now than Mahomes does. So
probably
I don't. To me, when I look at their age and what they've accomplished and what those guys ended with, Breeze, Brady, Peyton, Rodgers, Mahomes is better than all of them at 30. And when he goes out that he's using his feet, he's doing the same amount of running that he probably doesn't practice. He's not getting hit Okay, because he's never getting hit. It's very hard to see Mahomes take a shot downfield. He's never getting hit
going
downfield.
to. It's coming. It's coming.
You can say it's coming. It happened to RG3. It's not happening to Mahomes. It happens to Jaden Daniels and Lamar. It's not happening to Mahomes. I think that he'll be fine. I think he's going to play 8+ more years. I think he's played until he's 40.
Sorry.
We need a membership. We need a golf membership on that. Let's
Oh, Ryan Synop 12 on Instagram said Flacco is a modern day Packer passer.
That's good.
That's a
That's
good
good.
one.
That's a good one, man. I love Joe Flacco, Hall of Famer, by the way. 100% getting Hall of
Facts.
Fame.
Going into our 3 primetime games of the week, we have Packers favored by 6.5 going into Dallas to play the Cowboys. Over under 47.5.
Blue
Man,
chip.
this is-
Jerry Jones also said there will be no tribute, even though all the fans were asking for it.
That's stupid. There shouldn't be a tribute. You shouldn't ask for
I
shit.
agree.
You don't do a tribute.
We didn't win shit. We
Agreed.
didn't win anything. Yeah, we're gonna do a fucking tribute every time a guy has 3 good seasons and you trade him.
Facts.
The fuck? If not, games wouldn't start till fucking 10:30. It's stupid. As good as Micah was, they didn't win shit while he was there. He didn't win. Did he win any personal awards? I don't believe he won any.
Did he win?
He didn't win any. Maybe
He
defensive rookie of the year. But
Yeah, that was-
Rafa, it's gonna feel like a tribute. It's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear at that stadium, at that gaudy fucking whatever the fuck that is.
Stadium is great. I've been there twice. It's fucking
Yeah.
great.
It's gonna be a tribute without the the big screen and the putting up of a jersey, because that fan base is going to make sure, and I promise you this, Rafa, if Micah and when Micah gets to Dak and sacks him in that stadium, you might get applause to show, not because Dak is beloved. I love fucking Dak. I think fucking Dak is great. And it's not going to be disrespect to Dak. It's going to be a message to the man upstairs, Jerry Jones, like, we are tired of your shit. It's going to be a tribute whether he likes it or not.
I don't think so. I think you're giving those fans too much credit to actually know what players are on their team. Yeah, those fans are as dumb as a fucking doorknob. They really are. I mean, you've seen the guys? There's a guy who goes and, are you a diehard fan? And I'm a diehard fan. Where did Dak go to college? And they're fucking lost.
Like Cal.
Dak went to college.
15. They couldn't even name an SEC school, right? They're like, oh, Texas Tech. Did he
Yeah.
go to North Texas? Like, they're the dumbest fucking fan base. Like, they might be like 97% fucking just the dumbest people on the planet.
I would give you credit. I would give you credit even if you said Old Miss. I'd be like,
Matthew
okay.
just said they're still asking where Micah went.
Yeah. They're still, yeah. Some of those fans, they go there just to say, oh yeah, we're Cowboys fans. We're from Dallas and yada yada yada. So I would be shocked if they even applauded and they knew what was fucking going on. But getting back to the game, Green Bay -6.5, over under 47.5. We're gonna blue chip the over 47.5. I think Green Bay's defense is just god awful. And they're horrible. Dallas defense is just total shit. I think Green Bay is going to have a feel. I think both teams are going to score, but I think you're going to see like a 31-21, 31-24 type of deal. So take the over, boys.
I mean, Duran Bland, they're saying he's going to be back, but you're still, yeah, exactly. You're still 31st in pass defense. Duran Bland is not going to fix that. It's not going to fix that.
Zach said it was messed up when the Mavs did a tribute to Luka in front of the GM. Awkward.
That was different.
That
was different because Luka led that team to the NBA Finals.
And was there for a while.
He was there for a while.
And wanted to stay.
He wanted to stay, but on top of that, it's a different deal. It's a whole different deal. The NBA, he was the face of that franchise completely. Micah is in reality not the face of the Cowboys, which is why you were able to trade him and not give a shit. In Dallas, 99.9% of the time, the quarterback is the face of the franchise, whether it was Tony Romo or Troy Aikman's team was a little different. They had Troy and Emmett, Michael Irvin, and that all the cocaine abusers on the offensive line. Like it's just a ton of talent everywhere, right? So, but yeah,
Ducks when you said they couldn't even name any Burgundy SEC school.
facts.
There's all of them are burgundy. Yeah, you could put Auburn. Auburn has a little fucking orange sort of burgundy in there as well. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. And let's not forget, Micah did ask for a trade. I don't think he really wanted to be traded.
I do because to me, I hate that. I hate when you come out and you say you want to be traded. I trade you. Like I'm not doing that shit. You come out and say you want to trade, fuck it, you got to go. Except if you're Myles Garrett. That man can do no wrong.
Don't show him.
And then we got the Monday Night Football doubleheader. We got
another doubleheader. Weird.
Jets. Well, when you see the games, you'll see why it's a doubleheader. You got the Jets going into Miami to play the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 2.5. Over under 45.5.
Another game I like the over. Blue chip the over on Monday Night Football, 45.5. The Jets have shown the ability to score. The Jets have shown the ability to score the football. Miami's just got awful, and they've shown the ability to allow other teams to score the football. So I'm going to take the over on Monday night. Dolphins. Jets have the Dolphins over 45.5. Take the over. You get a game in the high 20s, I think.
Oh, for sure. And then last game of the week, we got the Bengals going into Denver to play the Broncos. Broncos minus 7.5, over under 44.5. One terrible defense on the road against a defense that not everybody thought would be this bad at home. How do you guys see this one going?
I fucking love that Denver's struggling. Rafa got hammered. I didn't put him in the playoffs. Everyone thought we were idiots. You guys don't know ball. How do you not have fucking Denver and fucking, I'm Rafa, talk your shit, man.
Listen, early season struggles for Denver. I saw it coming. You guys didn't see it coming. I did. They got unlucky in the penalty there against the I almost called them the Pacers, against the Colts. My head's already NBA season. The preseason starts in a week. So, they got an unfortunate break there at the end of that game. They were beating the Chargers. They played a great game. Yada yada yada. That fucking defense has underachieved. That's supposed to be their best unit. 7.5 points. You're playing arguably the two best wide receiver combos. In Chase and Higgins. Chase Brown can run the football. They don't have a quarterback. He struggled last week against Minnesota on the road. That Minnesota defense has played as we've expected for the most part in the first 3 games. They struggled a little bit against Atlanta, but I felt like that was more on the offensive struggles and kind of giving Atlanta, shorter, more of Atlanta's defense playing that Minnesota offense in that game. A 7.5, I think, is too many. I think Denver wins this game, but maybe win by 3 or 4. I don't think they can beat them by 7.5. I'll be honest with you. And that's not my Denver Bronco hate. Denver has yet to show me that their best unit can finish a game.
Can I say I don't like Sean Payton?
Oh, I said
the thing is I really liked him in New Orleans. I respected him. I thought he was a great coach. I don't know why I don't like him in Denver. I just he's arrogant. Maybe because everyone kisses his ass. I don't know. And Bo Nix, had a good year last year, but Rafa continues to nail the sophomore slump. It's a thing, man.
It's early, but
facts.
And I didn't like the receiving core. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't like the receivers.
I like Courtland Sutton. That's it.
With Franklin, Sutton, and sounds
Mims
like
Jr.
Yeah, Mims sounds like a bad law firm on Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah, but that concludes for NFL Week 4. Loaded up on blue chips for the week. Give you guys a quick rundown. Thursday Night Football, we got the Seahawks minus 1.5. We got the Panthers plus 5.5. Giants plus 6.5. Bucks plus 3.5. Ravens minus 2.5. Packers Cowboys over 47.5 on Sunday night. And then Monday night, we're taking the Jets and Dolphins over 45.5.
Run the blue chip bomb and siren again, man.
All right.
I love it.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Let's get
Yes, sir.
Zach, let's get the good stuff. What do you guys got
Zach.
going?
Zach, I know you've been waiting for this. And we got a lot of SEC games. So, college football week 5, starting off on Friday, number 8, FSU, favored by 6.5. Going up against Virginia over under 60.5. I think Mike Norvell got did they have a bye week last week? Or I saw something, one of the teams got extra rest, but
I thought Florida State, had a bye week.
yeah.
Now,
Mike Norvell with rest is good against the spread.
let me tell you something, though, Eddie Money.
Oh,
This
shit.
might be the trap game of the week. So Florida State, I'm throwing it out there. Chandler Morris for Virginia, he's played great so far. As the kid from Florida State, Castellanos has played well as well. They both played well, right? Virginia had that tough road loss to NC State earlier in the year. They're at home. Florida State has Miami next week. At home, huge rivalry going back to, 20 plus years ago, right? When they were both elite programs.
First game of the year. It was fucking amazing.
It was always great, right?
Oh man.
Can this could be a trap game. That game next week has huge implications, not only for the ACC, but as well as an at-large playoff bid. Miami sits at 2, Florida State sits at 8, I believe it is right now, right? So huge implications next week. Can they be overlooking Virginia? A good Virginia team that can score the football. And that's why I think the total's so high, because Virginia can score the football at home Friday night anywhere. It doesn't matter where. If a big-time school comes to your place and you're a good enough team, that fan base, that student section is going to be insane. Believe me, Virginia wins this game, that student section will be on that field. They will rush that field in Virginia. Yes. I think it's a trap game. I really do. I think it's going to be a really, really, really good game on Friday night. I want Florida State to win this game. I'm going to be in Miami next week. The game's in Tallahassee. But I found somewhere to watch it. It would be great if both teams were undefeated. But I think it's a trap game. It's and the line tells you a 6.5-point spread Friday night on the road. I think it's a tough game for Florida State. I really do.
Woo! I love it. I love it. I love all of that.
The other close Friday night game, we got number 24 TCU going into Arizona to play Arizona State. Arizona State's favored by 3.5, over under 54.5.
Doug Sweeney, by the way, great comment, by the way. FSU auditioning Friday night for spot in SEC.
I like his comment of Sean Payton. He's a Southern guy. If it doesn't work out in Denver, I mean, he probably has enough money. Sean Payton's the only coach sponsored by the Jordan brand. But that could be a wild card. Sean Payton to Alabama.
TCU against Arizona. Going into Arizona, right, Eddie Money?
Yes, sir. Arizona minus 3.5.
TCU, I think, looked impressive. I think they've looked as the second best team in the Big 12.
Yes.
A big win last week against SMU. I thought that game could have gone either way. That was the one we lost, right? That was our blue chip that we lost on the total.
Yes.
Yeah, slow start.
Which could have covered if the refs got a call right.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was a brutal one. That was
brutal.
But I think, there's 2 or 3 good teams in the Big 12 that are not only – I feel like they're not only competing for just the Big 12 playoff spot. I think those 3 teams can going forward, kind of compete with some of the SEC and the Big 10 teams. Call me crazy, but Texas Tech, Iowa State, and TCU, I think can hold their own with some of those middle of the pack Big 10 and SEC teams. I think TCU goes into Arizona and beats them. I think TCU goes in there and beats them in their place. I know I've seen too many times this Arizona team, especially last season when they had a much better roster, lose games like this. Lose games where they should have won at home on a Saturday night or on a Friday night. I've seen them lose these games, and I don't believe they can win this game. I like TCU.
Yeah.
So does
100%.
Matthew Rocha and Doug Sweeney goes, no Scatterboo.
Oh, that's Devils. That's the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
And going into the loaded Saturday, we'll start off with number 21 USC, favored by 6.5, going into number 23 Illinois, over under 60.5. Do you guys think this is a fraud check game for USC?
It's a fraud check game for
1000%.
fucking everybody in the Big Ten.
It is, man.
Well,
Listen, there's talent on defense. Maivia is what, 5 touchdowns last week? This is a huge game for SC. Even SC doesn't believe they're as good as they think they are. I promise you there's doubt in that locker room because they haven't played anyone. Michigan State, although with the new quarterback and the transfer, the coach, the whole head coach transfer thing is crazy. I watched that game. SC has a crazy talented receiver core, a crazy talented running back group. Quarterback looks really good, Rafa. Really good.
I've seen this story before, Eddie.
I know. So I'm not buying it yet.
And when you talked about it last week, when you brought up SC last week, what did I tell you? That I wasn't going to respect this win against Illinois because I don't believe that Illinois is a football team. And they showed you last week that they're not a fucking football team. A 63-10 win is not a football team. Vegas is telling you this week that Illinois is not a fucking football team. At home, 6.5-point underdog at home when you're the number 23 ranked team in the country, supposedly. It's ridiculous. 6.5 points. If this game was right here down the street in the Coliseum, the Trojans would be favored by 13 fucking points. So, to me, even if USC comes in and whoops their ass, which I believe they will, I love USC's quarterback. I love the quarterback at USC. I told you last week, I want them to be good because I hate them. So I want to hate a good team. I don't want to hate a bad team. Like nobody, how do you hate UCLA? They're god awful, right?
What's there to hate? Yeah,
there's nothing to hate, right? And it's easy to hate the Dodgers because they're good. You can't hate the Angels; they suck dick, right? So, I think the Trojans. I think the Trojans whoop their ass, and Illinois just rides off into the sunset as just another fucking bottom feeder, or not bottom feeder, but closer to the bottom than the top Big Ten team. I like SC. I like the quarterback, Lincoln Riley. That number next to Illinois is a fake fucking number. It's a fake number. I don't believe it. Vegas doesn't believe it. For me, SC can go in there and beat them by 14. I wouldn't be impressed. You saw them lose by 53 last week. If SC goes in there and beats them by 21, you're going to be impressed realistically. Seeing what you saw last week in an Indiana team, I know it was on the road, but it was on the road in Bloomington. It wasn't in Columbus. It wasn't in Ann Arbor. It wasn't in fucking Happy Valley. It was in Bloomington, Indiana. So for me, SC should go in there, roll them, and solidify themselves as maybe the third or fourth best team in the Big Ten, or probably the fourth behind Oregon, and that'll all play out, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But to me, I think SC is going to go in there and just fucking mollywop this team. And if they don't, if Illinois beats them, then to me, SC has to say, this guy ain't it. And it's not the quarterback. It's going to be the head coach.
Zach,
Zach
had asked him, why do you hate the Raiders, Rafa?
The fans.
The Raiders. I don't hate the Raiders. I want them to be good so I can hate the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh,
what up,
damn.
CJ? Oh, look at
Big
this.
Yo, Fox News gave him a break. Bro, you have to advise us when DEI hires jump on the screen. I fucking didn't even
Why would I be a DEI hire, sir?
We're all DEI hires.
You know what, Rafa?
Bro.
You know what, Rafa? This is bullshit. When he was on our show, it looked like Eddie. He was in Eddie Money's basement in a corner. All of a sudden, this guy has books. He looks like Adam Schefter in the fucking background. All of
He
a sudden.
paid his fees to get out of the dungeon. That's why.
I
Oh,
bought my freedom. I bought my freedom.
He has lighting. He has book. You should have an Air Force helmet right there. The St. John
they fucking
Bosco.
unstained Django. That's what happened.
Oh man, that's why. Before we get up on this SC, and I'll ask you, CJ, because you're our college football expert. Here's why I don't think SC will roll this team. SC has problem with Big Ten style football. Pound the ball, make you play real conservative on defense, make you make mistakes, which we've all seen Lincoln Riley teams do. They got mollywopped last week. This doesn't mean SC is going to come here and put up 42. If they do, you're right, Rafa. I still won't buy into them. I still won't. So, but this is the teams that SC has had trouble with. I'm sorry.
I don't think this is a team. I don't think this is a Big Ten team that you can refer to as a Big Ten team, because I know what you're referring to. You're referring to an Iowa, a Wisconsin type, a Penn State. I don't see Illinois as that type of team. I can't see it.
This quarterback is good, man. This quarterback is good. You watch.
I don't see it. And Dude McBoob hates Penn State, which I love, and he's got a Sandusky reference every week, by the way, which we cannot say because we get banned. We say shit anyways.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's on the screen, but
it's on the screen, brother.
But we did not say it.
But no, I don't see that. I don't see that. And I don't think SC's gonna. I don't think SC's gonna struggle. To me, I thought Michigan State was a better team than Illinois.
I mean, they were 3-0
with a team with a quarterback that can run the ball. Also, like to me, and I think Michigan State's a more physical team than Illinois. And so I don't think Illinois is as physical as we want to believe. Again, I just don't see it. And I think SC's going to – I really believe SC's going to roll them. I love the quarterback at USC. If he wins this week, he's going to beat fucking Penn State, throw that motherfucker's hat in the Heisman too.
By the way,
he's going to be there.
CJ texted, he goes, my connection's messed up. Freedom got me out of there, but didn't buy me good connection.
Oh, my God.
I was going to say, like, did CNN – I mean, did Fox News call you?
Fox
Is there
News.
an emergency – pillow sale or something going on? Or what the fuck's going on here?
God, and we're going to have great SEC talk tonight with CJ for sure.
I know Zach is just waiting for it.
There he goes. Get back on there, CJ, because I got to go. CJ, you guys handle this. I got to go fill up my mason jar and take a piss.
I've seen you literally down that thing in like an hour. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, baby.
Eddie, CJ, what do you got on SC? What do you think?
I like my Alva. Rafa, I'm sorry, Rafa. I know you hate this every year UFC shit, but they look good, man. They look good. I'm on the USC wave, man. I'm on the USC wave. I like it.
No, I like the kid. I love the quarterback. I love the quarterback at SC. But I've seen this before.
Story,
with Lincoln Riley. Whether it was at Oklahoma, we've seen it with Caleb. We saw
Spencer
it,
Rattler.
flashes of Miller Moss to start the year last year. Like we've seen it. Let's change it up. Zach, you're insane that the Big Ten's on a different level. We'll get into that. You're just fucking.
How did Rafa see that shit?
You are just, and it's crazy because I got it to my left and I'm looking here, but it's delusional. When you throw a comment out like that, my screen flashes and it just says delusional. And we'll get to that. And that Duck Sweeney, which I think is really Dabo Sweeney in disguise. And we'll get to that talk in a bit.
We'll get to that.
But I think.
But Rafa, you're not wrong because we saw it with Rattler. We saw it with Caleb even at points. We saw it with the guys, Miller Moss. We were talking about him at this point last season being a Heisman, potential. So
facts.
Yeah, I struggle with Lincoln Riley because he always has these hot starts against small schools, against small time. And as the games get bigger, and listen, I believe they're going to dominate them this week because I will preach it like I preached it last week. To me, Illinois doesn't play football, man. So fucking SC.
I agree with you last week. I said Illinois was super overrated.
Yeah, and I think this week SC's going to go in there into fucking champagne, smack them in the mouth, and then pop a bunch of bottles of champagne after the fucking game. That's what I think. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if Lincoln Riley loses this game, loses this game, the season's over. They got Notre Dame, they got Penn State. You lose this game, the season is over. It doesn't matter what happens after this, because I don't think you'll beat the other two teams losing to this one. And I think the season for him would be over, even if finishing at 9-3. Losing to this team, I think, would be a big disappointment.
So you're saying that USC's season is this week. Their season is relying upon this week.
Yes, because we've seen this story with them before in the Pac-12 when Utah would come into town and smack them in the fucking mouth, or they'd have to go to Utah and allow a fuck ton of points and get their ass whooped by Dalton Kincaid. Like, we've seen it. We've seen this before from SC. So
it's just so specific.
I'm because I've seen it. If I haven't seen, so I can't see it again, because if I see it now with a team who somehow there's, I don't know how many fucking writers and coaches think that this team is a top 25 program, right? And and they go out and beat
Do you not think USC? Oh, you're talking about Illinois. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about Illinois. To me, I think USC, looking at the team, looking at the quarterback, I think they're a top 15 team. My opinion. I think with the quarterback. Star quarterback, I think he's a superstar in the making. And Lincoln Riley is the guy for quarterbacks. He's wonderful. The problem is he struggles to win games at the end of the day. So, and that's my problem with Lincoln Riley. So to me, I can't oversee if they lose.
I think I'm gonna push back a little bit on your Lincoln Riley hate, because he has done a lot with. I mean, you got to remember. He's been to 3 or 4 playoffs, right? With like 3 different quarterbacks: Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Johnny Manziel, or Johnny Manziel. No,
not Johnny Manziel.
Not Johnny Manziel. No. Come on.
I think it was two playoffs.
It was 3, because he had who was the quarterback for the 63-66 Georgia game? I'm forgetting. Whatever, 3 different quarterbacks. And so he did that with, I think at the time was like 129th ranked defense,
but
like 4 years in a row.
I said, hold on, let me tell you real quick before you love this guy, because I said this when Lincoln Riley was hired at USC, and Eddie knows it. We were sitting in his backyard doing this podcast when we first started, and I told him Lincoln Riley is a Big 12 head coach. The defense always sucks, and he's a fucking brilliant mind with the quarterback. And the defense always sucks. I can't keep seeing the same shit over and over again. The Dodgers keep blowing saves because the manager sucks dick. Lincoln Riley is going to keep losing these games because he actually sucks dick. That's what I'm saying. If he loses this game to Illinois, he will be on the dick sucking fucking list of
if he loses this game, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Eddie. No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
But Eddie, my point was, as I was telling Rafa, was I understand you hate Lincoln Riley, but he's been to 3 or 4 playoffs with 3 different quarterbacks with like the worst defenses in college football history. So he's done it with shitty defenses. And I'm saying if he does it with USC, that's a 4th different quarterback that he's taken to a playoff. So I'm like, we got to give Lincoln Riley some respect. I get it. Once he gets to the playoffs, he's super unreliable, but hey, I mean, I got to give the guy some respect.
Rafa typing. He's looking for some stat to back him up.
I'm going to fact check you on this playoffs Lincoln Riley shit, because you are now on national media, and that's always some shit. So I got to fact check this shit, but go on.
So what are you fact checking?
Here's the thing.
I'm fact checking how many times this motherfucker, because I think he only has 1 win in January. I'm not, maybe 2.
I
know
think
he lost to Tulane at fucking AT&T Stadium. I saw it with my own fucking eyes.
I don't think he's won a playoff game. I'm saying he's been to the playoff.
He's been 3 times.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley
17, 18, 19.
The issue that Lincoln had, which he failed miserably, is that he brought his defensive coordinator from the Big 12 who sucked. It was a buddy. Hey, I'm leaving. I feel guilty. I'll bring you on. You were good at Oklahoma, but hey, I'm leaving. But we'll go, go surf. He was a bad coach. the new DC, his name, his dad, NFL coach for the Chargers, was at UCLA. I can't think of the DC. He's actually a very good coach. He is coaching this defense up.
Defense looks
That-
completely different.
Completely
They played
different.
3 bums, guys. Let's.
I
fucking
know.
bump the players.
I
But
know
the
this.
defense,
Right.
but like, okay, but it's the simple things, Rafa. I'm talking about open field
Yes.
tackling. I'm talking
Yes.
about not allowing yards after contact. I'm like simple things that you saw in defenses in years past, even when they played Rice years ago. Rice was able to just do
that was
anything
wild.
they wanted to.
McCaffrey's little brother had like 50
So there was-
catches in the first half.
right.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
looked like
You're talking exactly. So you're talking about a defense that does the simple things right now. And in years past, it was like week 2, you're like, oh, this UFC defense is absolutely horrific.
I got to get
This
his name.
guy's 0-3 in the playoffs, 2018, 19, and 20. He's
Eddie
0-3
said that
in
like
the
5
playoffs.
minutes ago.
His bowl record is 3-4. His bowl record is 3-4. Like, this guy doesn't win meaningful games. We saw him lose the
You gotta
Pac-12
win
title
meaningful
game
games to get there.
How many Big 12 championships does he have?
by
Like
default.
5, 6?
By default, he had
What do you
3.
mean by default? You can't win a championship by default.
Yeah.
That's
DeAnton Lynn. DeAnton Lynn. That's his name. His dad, head coach of the Chargers. He comes from a lineage of good
Bruh.
he's a good coach. He
Yeah,
is a
defense
good
is
coach.
way different.
He did not win 4 championships by default.
Right? That
4
doesn't
conference
happen by
championships by
default.
default.
We'll see.
That's when Texas was in the Big 12.
Yes,
Too, Rafa.
right.
That was
Exactly.
before Sark. That was
And
that was
you have Sam
Texas is
Ellinger.
that was
Yeah,
BS
yes.
before Sark.
Texas
And
is always
Texas
Texas.
was still a top 25 team.
Texas
yeah.
is always Texas.
right.
Is it?
And Oklahoma State at that time was very
Yes.
good. And Baylor at the time was very good.
Baylor.
Now
Baylor
we're
was
just throwing
good.
shit at the wall to see what sticks. Okay.
By the way, Dude McBoob said if this guy's on Fox News, I guarantee you they call him Token when he isn't around.
Guys,
That's
I'm
when
not
you-
the only black person that goes on Fox News.
Yeah, he's the 4th black guy on Fox News.
USC has 2 letters. SEC is further south, and it's close enough. Dux Mooney just because they keep talking about the
I'm
SEC.
telling you, it's Dabo.
Everyone-
I think
everyone
Rafa's
is talking about
It's
the
Dabo. Dabo is trying to get his way in.
All right, let's get into the next game.
Next game, you mentioned Notre Dame earlier as USC is going to play them soon. They're number 22 right now, favored by 4.5, going into Arkansas over under 64.5.
Dude, Arkansas sucks.
Oh,
Arkansas
hold
sucks.
on.
Let me guess, basketball school.
No, they
No.
just suck. They just suck.
Have you
What
seen
do
the
you-
quarterback?
I think the quarterback is nice.
6'4", or no, 6'6", 225. Taylor
Pure
Green.
chocolate? Pure chocolate?
She has pure chocolate. 1,200 yards
Ah!
passing.
Milk chocolate.
Garbage.
Listen,
Garbage.
they haven't played a great schedule, but the kid has 1,200 yards passing. He was at Boise State. He has 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, and 2 rush TDs. The kid looks everything that we thought fucking
If I'm Notre Dame, I
Sellers
do
was
not
going to
want
be.
to see this team at this time. Like not at 1 and 2. I would hate to see Arkansas at this point in time in the season. I'm like, fuck.
You watch this
Right.
quarterback.
I'd
from
like
Arkansas.
Arkansas to win because I'm an SEC fan. But
Oh,
these guys
gosh,
are
okay.
garbage. Garbage. You blew a
I
fucking
just-
lead to Memphis last week, man.
I'm
Come
just pissed
on.
off. Jeremiah Love, whatever the running back, the best running back in the fucking country, has 5 touchdowns, last week. It's like you didn't give him the ball against fucking Miami. Like great. He's excellent. He's a great running back. But we knew he was great. Why didn't you give him the ball against fucking Miami, Freeman?
Yeah, I like Notre Dame in this game, but I hope Arkansas wins. Arkansas's got a brutal fucking schedule, dude. They're not even going to be bowl eligible at the end of the season. They got Notre Dame, then Tennessee, A&M, Auburn, Mississippi State, LSU, Texas, and Missouri.
Ouch.
I mean,
Good
yeah,
luck. Good luck, Razorbacks.
The lower half of the FCC probably deserves to be bowl eligible just because of the fucking gauntlet there.
Thank you.
Missouri's actually
Thank you.
Missouri's actually good this year.
Missouri
ranked
actually
high.
good this year. They're
Yeah, and
actually
they're-
good this year.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
ranked 6th preseason last year and sucked. They're actually good this year.
Yeah, let's get on
Matthew
to
Rich
the, let's
says,
get
I
on to
don't
the
even-
real fucking games.
Matthew said, I don't even know how they're ranked top 55. Big SEC showdown we have. Number 4 LSU going into number 13 Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by 1.5 over under 55.
I don't even know. This line opened at 2.5. Ole Miss 2.5 point fucking favorites. I know they're at home, dude. I don't even know how they're favored. I think LSU.
What do you mean? Have
I
you
don't
seen
think.
how
I think LSU is
Nussmeier
clearly-
is like the second lowest rated quarterback in the SEC. He has not looked good
tomato
this year.
tomato. I think Ole Miss. I think LSU's.
I thought Rafa was going to say it's because all the SEC quarterbacks are good.
Listen, I leave that to your discretion. I don't want Zach to bash me anymore. I wish Ole Miss wins this game because I don't like Brian Kelly. But I don't think they're going to win this game. Line open at 2.5, down to 1.5. All the money's on LSU. All the sharp money's on LSU. I would be shocked if this line wasn't 1 or even a half by kickoff.
I just feel like Sark is always, or Lane is always in his positions in these like big time games where he's like you think Ole Miss is going to get over the hump, and they just never do. They always lose these games for no reason. And so I would like to see Lane get one early in the season. I think LSU has not looked very good. I think they're probably, after Illinois, the most overrated top 10 team in my opinion. So I like Ole Miss with the 1.5.
What? Okay.
I do too.
Ole Miss is
Chambliss.
favored. Ole Miss is favored by 1.5. They're not getting 1.5.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is favored.
So, fucking A-bomb. So,
Check the
Chambliss-
Japanese.
Yeah, kid, D2 quarterback from the tiniest school of all time. Came in and played well. He's going to start again. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's 10.9 yards a passing attempt. He has 112 rushing yards. Kid takes care of the ball, and I think Sark. I'm sorry. I think Kiffin is far
I did the same thing.
superior, far superior than Brian Kelly. I was just telling them, CJ, before the show started, I'm watching ESPN. It's like Hard Knocks, but they're following LSU.
Mhm.
Brian Kelly on Friday gave his team a speech saying,
Mhm.
guys, my stomach's in knots every Friday. The championship teams that I coached basically took care of Friday and Saturday on their own. If you want to be a good team, you guys have to be great on Friday and Saturday. As coaches, we have done whatever we can. Basically saying, if you guys
What the
lose,
fucking motivation is that?
yeah, and he does it every fucking week. Basically, if you guys lose, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. And he continues to lay out the same message week after week after week. The guy, I think, has a $72 million buyout, so he's not going anywhere. But interesting fun fact. This is Brian Kelly's 4th year at LSU. The last three coaches at LSU, Les Miles, a national championship in his first 4 years. Ed Ogeron, national championship in his first 4 years. Nick Saban, national championship in his first 4 years. LSU is a football powerhouse.
Yes.
They have a
Blue blood.
wealth they're a blue blood. Brian Kelly is not the dude, man. He is not that dude. And Lane Kiffin might be a clown, but he's a hell of a coordinator.
I don't think he's a clown.
He's funny.
I just think he's funny, and he gets into the media and he plays with the media like other coaches just don't. Like other coaches, like Brian Kelly, are a lot more like adversarial towards media. And I think Lane is just a lot more. He's younger, he's more upbeat, and I think that's his style, which I appreciate because you just don't see it. Like coaches are just usually stuck up.
Agree.
So
Let's go Rebs.
I hope the Rebels win. I really do.
It won't be Brian Kelly's fault if they lose. He did
Yeah.
whatever
I
he
hope they
could.
lose.
He did whatever he could at Thursday, and then he just fucking sits back on Friday and Saturday and like, we told you
Yeah,
what to do. We told you what to do. He did it.
I told y'all Monday through Thursday. Come on now.
Yeah, the best teams I had basically coached themselves on Friday and Saturday. Like, what the fuck?
Reference the D2 teams, by the way. No hate
Yeah.
to them, but a little different.
Yeah.
Skill.
The national championship teams I won.
By the way, those teams were when I was born. So that's over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Another SEC matchup. We got Auburn going to number 9 A&M. A&M is favored by 6.5 over under 52.5.
Is A&M real?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, because of Mike Elko, great coach, good quarterback, and you have more money. You have just as much money in College Station than you do in Austin. I'm telling you, A&M football is huge. It's always been huge. They, what was his name?
Largest alumni donor base in the country.
Yes, A&M is real, and Elko is real. That quarterback is good. I'm telling you, it's real. I fucking love the quarterback that transferred from Oklahoma. I watched that game twice. I watched it live and I rewatched it today. The quarterback from Auburn. That was some of the best quarterback play that I've seen between Mateer and I forget his name. That kid from Auburn can play ball. He is a good quarterback. It is a great game. I got to go get some shots.
This is a great game, but another tough matchup for Auburn, back-to-back weeks, right? Both on the road. I'd like A&M to cover here. What do you think?
6.5.
Yeah, I think they cover the 6.5.
I think this game is close. I really don't I don't think that there's that much separation between these two teams. I think that I like the quarterback play of Texas A&M with Marcel Reed. And then follow the money at this point. I mean, if you looking at the better rosters, I dudded that Utah game, but at the end of the day, Texas has one of the more expensive rosters in the country. So Texas A&M has a plethora of avenues that they can spend on these players. So I like Texas A&M, but I don't like them to cover.
Ooh.
All right. We're on opposite sides. What do we got? What's the next one?
Next game we got. We'll save the big ones for when Eddie comes back. We got
There's a
Kentucky.
lot of big ones, buddy.
I know, but like the main ones. We can do another SEC one: Kentucky and South Carolina.
No, why? No.
Nobody gives a fuck about this.
No.
Nobody gives a fuck about this game.
No. Go to the next game.
All right, number 16, Tennessee, favored by 7.5, going into Mississippi State.
There we go, baby.
Over under 63.5. I was trying to get the shitters.
Rafa, is
Yes,
Mississippi State real?
No. No, and hell no. Give me the Vols.
Whoa!
Tennessee. Give me Tennessee. Big bounce back last week. I know there was a garbage team, but put up a ton of points. Dude, that offense can score, bro. They can score. And I don't know if Mississippi State's going to be able to keep pace.
This is at Mississippi State with the cowbells, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the day. It's in early afternoon, early evening, 4:15 kick. Or in Mississippi is going to be, I think, 3:15, whatever the time is there. I don't think the crowd's going to be a big deal here. I like Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to roll them by 2 scores.
Official
Nice.
blue chip?
Yeah, let's blue chip the Tennessee. Yeah, I like Tennessee, man.
Fuck his blue chip. I think Mississippi State is up in that.
All right. Well,
Tennessee.
I usually don't take minority quarterbacks against white guys, but I'm going to do it.
This
Whoa.
is true. This is so true.
The Japanese comment earlier, and now the minority.
Next up, we got the number 1 team, Ohio State, baby. Minus 7.5 going into Washington, over under 52.5.
I know I didn't get to fire anybody. The AP poll sucks. The AP poll voters suck, and they have no idea what they're doing. What they're voting for, what they're looking at, what game they're watching, because Washington didn't get a single vote. They're the number 2 rated offense in the country, and they're undefeated. My guy, they can score with anybody.
You're muted. Is he muted?
Did you yell so hard you hit your mic?
I hit my mic. At the end of the day, when the number 2 rated offense is undefeated,
That's what we do to black guys here. We fucking
Silence him. Silence him.
silence. I'm just saying,
Fuck
I'm not
you,
asking you.
silence him.
All I'm saying is that I'm
FCC
not.
said silence him.
All I'm saying is I'm not saying that they're a top 25 team. I don't think they are yet, but they deserve some notoriety, and they're not getting any respect. The line is 7.5, bruh. I think Ohio State beats the dog shit out of them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dude, they literally beat Colorado State, UC Davis, and Washington State. Like, I'm not giving these guys any credit. Ohio State's gonna go in there off a bye week, put the fuck to them. And fucking Ohio State was off last week, I believe, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
They're right.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah Smith is due for a monster game.
He's played well already. So
I'm gonna say this. I just think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I'll say that much. I like the over.
all righty. In that case, Ohio State by 1 million.
The
Obviously,
other
Dude
huge
McBoob's not here.
that he is not, because he would have said, or unless he's typing up a whole essay. But another big SEC game, number 17 Alabama going into number 5 Georgia. Georgia favored by 3.5, over under 52.5.
What are you gonna do here? What are you gonna do here, Robin? Because I know you hate Kalen DeBoer. I know that, and Kalen DeBoer
100%.
probably has not slept in 6 days. But because the opportunity, CJ, is if you win this game, you have now beaten the best coach in the conference twice. This game is his whole identity. If he beats Georgia again, then he gets another year. He gets another year.
Yeah.
The kids can go to school. I promise you, his kids and wife are fucking saying the rosary. There's candles lit everywhere. Imagine the pressure. Imagine the fucking pressure that the wife and children of Kalen DeBoer are feeling right now. I feel for them. I do, because if you get your ass kicked by Kirby, you done. You done. But if you beat Georgia and Kirby, all is well. Your kids are the class president of 3rd grade. Your
I'm
wife
not feeling bad for the motherfuckers.
at the country club is, getting free drinks and champagne sent to her. This is everything for Kalen DeBoer. Everything.
His buyout is millions of dollars. I'm not feeling bad for shit.
My God, I don't even know where to go here.
Wow.
I don't know where to go because my heart is torn.
Oh,
Between the
I knew it.
my heart is torn between Kirby and the Tide. And
Yeah,
Kirby
I
and the
know.
Tide, my heart is torn. Over under 52.5, I believe it is, right, Eddie Money?
yes.
Early money's coming on the over. I don't know if we're going to get that. I don't know if we're going to get that. Ty Simpson looked good the last 2 games. They played,
Throwing the
They were-
ball.
favorites against Wisconsin. They fucking played University of Louisiana Monroe, and he had a perfect first half, and they sat him for the rest of the game. Ryan Williams, we know what they can do, but can they do it against a good team? And I don't know if they can. I'm going to go with the Dogs. I'm going to go with Georgia and
3.5?
Kirby. 3.5. I'm going to go with Georgia. I'm going to go with Georgia and Kirby. Yeah, I think that comeback win at Tennessee, I think does huge, for the confidence of Stockton and Kirby. We got to see what Georgia's defense can do. Can Eddie alluded to it the other day. They don't have a potential first round pick on the defense for the first time since fucking who knows when, right? So can that defense perform this weekend? I think they will. I think Georgia wins this game. I don't know if they cover. I believe Georgia wins this game, though.
Yeah,
That hurts-
Alabama
that
struggles
pains
on the
me to say.
road. Alabama struggles on the road with DeBoer, or at least under DeBoer, they've struggled on the road. So, I mean, he beat Georgia obviously at Alabama. So, I think Georgia rolls 10 plus.
Here's the thing. It's Georgia's Achilles heel is the defensive backfield. They're giving up a shit ton of yards. And this is what Alabama, unlike any other years, it's not ground and pound. Ty Simpson is throwing the ball all over the yard. They have the best maybe receiver in college football. And this is why I just think Kellen DeBoer saves his fucking job. I think they might not win, but 3.5 might be too much. I think Ty Simpson gets his name thrown in there. I think Williams has fucking 200 yards. I think Georgia's defensive backfield is going to struggle, and I think Alabama's going to throw the ball all over the fucking yard. And everyone knows I don't like both teams, so
Yeah, fuck both of them.
Doug Sweeney says, if Georgia wins, I get a new job. Win-win.
I see you, Dabo.
Games. Dabo, baby. I'd like Georgia to win this game. I don't like Kellen DeBoer. I think Clemson. I think Dabo's done in
Facts,
Clemson,
Matthew.
and Alabama should be his job. And I would offer him the world.
Here's the thing: the buyout for Dabo. Dabo is never going to say, I'm stepping down. No one steps down as a college football head coach. That is the highest paying job on the planet is a fired SEC coach because the buyouts are fucking insane.
So listen, his buyout after this season is $60 million.
Ooh,
Yeah, you're not stepping down. You're making them fire you. And like we said earlier, CJ, how do you bring back a Mike Gundy and say, you're the winningest coach, we're going to put you up in the ring of fucking Cowboys? How do you bring back and name the locker room after him? You disrespected the fuck out of Mike Gundy. Now, you disrespected him. Your all-time winningest coach, the guy who's kept you relevant forever for 21 seasons. You fire him after 3 games.
in Stillwater,
They were
Oklahoma,
bad,
of all
but it's
places.
the same thing with Dabo. Yes. Same thing with Dabo, man. He's not going to quit, and he's not going to step down. You got to pay that man. And how do you fire him after – what was Clemson? Clemson in 1980 won a national championship. Great stadium, Death Valley, great uniforms. But before Dabo, they were fucking Boston College. I'm sorry.
Now that.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%.
All right, now getting into another big game of the week. Number 8, Oregon, going into number 3, Penn State. Penn State favored by 3.5. Over under 51.5. This is Rafa's battle of the shit coaches. Who's shittier than shit
100%.
this week?
It's a whiteout.
Why not?
Listen, real quick. How can Zach make that comment about the Big Ten when we've literally talked about the SEC and all the marquee games that there are, and we have one marquee game in this shit show of a fucking conference? They have the last 2 national champions. Boo fucking who? Where the fuck were you the last 20 fucking years? But dude, go and find fucking Lloyd Carr and John or Jim fucking Harbaugh. And go get fucking Brian Greasy too while you're at it.
You're such a homer piece of shit. Such a homer piece
Fucking
of shit.
turds. We're gonna the two fucking ass-tastic coaches of college football are face off this weekend in Happy Valley in a full-blown whiteout with a Penn State and Oregon fucking matchup. The Nittany Lions against the fucking Quack Attack Ducks gimmick bullshit coach. Give me the Nittany Lions. Fucking minus.
Whoa!
Fuck them.
Wow.
Let's go Lions.
Dude, that is crazy fucking hate against Dan Lanning. That is
So much
fucking
hate.
insanity. Okay, because let's break it down, Rafa. I never thought I would see this from you.
Like that.
I think you're confusing fucking Seattle and Eugene.
Right.
Because
Oh, it's the same. It is the same. The purple-haired fucking freak.
Same but
There's
different.
the same shit, Ed. It's the same shit. The only difference
is.
is one's got nice jerseys, the other one's got the fish market. But other than that,
Starbucks.
it's the same
Both got nice
bullshit.
jerseys, man.
well,
The
let
same-
me just remind you of James Franklin's fucking record. In Big Ten games where it mattered, where there was ranked opponents, James Franklin is 1-7 fucking team. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Garbage!
And when he's playing a top 10 ranked team, when James Franklin is playing a top 10 ranked
I'm
team,
not
Rafa,
allowing this.
he
I'm
is
not allowing
4-20.
420.
Blow that
How does
shit
that
up
even
like
work? And I don't think your math is. There's no way he's 1-20.
4
I don't think that's
420.
He can't be 4-20.
420.
1-17. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Look it up.
I don't think that shit. There's no way that is real. There's no
There's
way.
no way, Eddie.
That,
Oh my
20
God.
losses? He hasn't coached long enough to have 20
He
losses.
hasn't coached long. Yeah, like no way.
20 losses in top 10 when he's in a top 10 ranked matchup.
Eddie, you can't be right.
Or was that might have been no. Hold on. Let me see.
When he's
It might
playing
be
in
Penn
top,
State as a whole.
no, James Franklin, man.
It can't be, Eddie.
Why?
That espresso
He plays-
martini is
he
adding
plays-
some
he
out of
plays-
the.
No, you're right. But the thing is,
I know I'm right. He plays Michigan and Ohio State every fucking year.
Yeah, but
And he's never beat them. Apologies accepted.
I have his records. I have his
Harbaugh was
records.
also at Villanova.
Okay, James Franklin record.
I'm
against,
sorry, at Vanderbilt. So
he is 1-15 against top 5 teams during his time at Penn State. Against top 10 teams, he's 3-18 and 5-12 against AP top 25 opponents since 2020.
he's garbage.
That's 2020.
He's
Since
garbage.
2020.
He's trash.
That
Eddie.
record is
You're
worse than what did you just said.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
terrible. So is
So-
Dan Lanning.
So why
He's
didn't you
not.
pick Penn State?
Dan Lanning
They're
has been
old.
coaching for like a fraction of the time that James Franklin has.
Oh my
He's
God, Zach
won-
said that's what happens when you play in Big Ten. Oh,
Oh
my God.
goodness.
No, that's just because Penn State's good in September.
That's it.
He's a DEI coach.
Who said that? Who said that?
Dabo said that.
He is, bro. Listen, I can't believe I'm picking the black head coach here. I can't believe I'm picking the black head coach here against the white guy. But the white guy is from Oregon, and I can't do it.
It's not.
He coaches in Oregon.
He's not from Oregon.
He's coaching there.
This shit is hilarious. Oh my god.
He's coaching there.
He's
I
born
like-
in North
I think
Kansas.
Oregon.
He's born in
I think-
Missouri.
I think Oregon's gonna roll these guys. I think Oregon's gonna roll these guys. That's all I got.
Listen, okay, Dante Moore, when he fucking boat races Penn State and Drew Aller, who I've never fucking liked, when he boat Dante Moore will be the leading Heisman fucking candidate because he's
Can
going
you
to
believe that?
continue. Yeah, crazy, right? Crazy as shit.
Locking
But
in now. He's
he's-
plus 1100, so get your bets in.
He looks really good, Rafa. And here's another crazy fucking thing. In the quarterback pantheon of how good I said it was going to be, Dante Moore was never in my spectrum. If Dante Moore is eligible to come out in this fucking draft, if he fucking wants to. Now,
Yeah,
Oregon
he
can
can.
probably convince him to stay. But if Dante Moore rolls Penn State, which I think he is because of James Franklin, and all the facts say that James Franklin is going to get boat raced on a whiteout at Happy Valley at fucking night. Like, the vibe is going to be crazy. But what did we see last year? Fucking Dan Lanning is a genius. Remember, they went
Is
to
he?
Wisconsin. He is. He's a great fucking coach, Rafa. Listen, he coached your SEC. Listen, they didn't do it by themselves. He was at Georgia. You know, he was the man. He's like a Brett Venables. Like when Clemson was winning fucking championships, that was the DC. That's who fucking Dan Lanning is. That's who he is. He's a great fucking coach. And he's great at firing up his team, focusing on what's going to happen. He knows he's going into a crazy, maybe the best environment in college football. Penn State at night, wide out. It's going to be insane. I promise you, he has some kind of a scheme. We're going to see what it is on TikTok after he fucking boat races Penn State. You know, he's going to make everyone wear white or some stupid shit. Dan Lanning's a good coach, Rafa. I'm telling you, they got their asses kicked by Ohio State, the most talented team we've seen since fucking the Hurricanes in fucking like 91.
All right. He also got his ass kicked by Washington.
That
You
wasn't
saw it
an
live.
ass kicking.
The thing is, Dan Lanning, as great as a coach as you say he is, he's 2-3 against top 10 teams. Okay? 2-3 against top 10 teams. That's that great fucking coach that you're talking about.
Where's the top
Kelly,
10?
Brian, against a top 10 team, he's 2-3. Brian Kelly, who you hate and called a fucking garbage coach, is 3-4 against top 10 teams. So it's the same shit.
I don't know what your top 10 is, and I don't know the stats. But I'm thinking Dan Lanning is 2-3 or 2-3-4, whatever you say, against top 3 teams.
No, it's top 10. You can literally use Google. He's 2-3 against top 10 teams.
Name the teams.
The last time that he faced a top 10 team, he got his nuts kicked in so far that he was he had him right here in his fucking
by the national champions. That's
what
I want to know. I want to know.
Against a team that you just gave him credit for this great fucking job that he did while he was at home.
A team that he also beat earlier in the season, did he not?
He did beat him earlier at home. This is a road game against a coach that has yet to win a big game on the road. Yeah. I'm sorry. We saw him go into Vegas with a better team, with a better roster, and lost to Michael Penix. He got his ass whooped by Michael Penix.
That was a great O-line.
It was the best O-line that year.
There's always something.
3 great
They won the Jim Moore Award that year.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, this is the Ass-tastic head coach game.
That Washington team was really good.
This is an Ass-tastic game right here. Ass-tastic head coach 1-2. Am I taking the black coach with the white quarterback? Am I taking the white coach with the black quarterback? I'm taking the black coach with.
Yeah.
The Penn State Nittany Lions are going to fucking make fucking Peking duck this weekend.
We got to put something on this game.
Yeah.
What's the line?
Oregon receivers, and I can't believe I'm like on Dante Moore's jock because I was not happy with him that he left UCLA. I saw him play when he was in Maryland at that bullshit high school that they think is always good. What's the high school you played against them, CJ?
It's either DeMatha, Good Counsel.
DeMatha. He was the number 1 or number 2 quarterback coming out of high school. We remember that. Went to UCLA. We're like, whoa, this is a great pull for UCLA. He fucking got out. And I really thought Dante Moore wasn't going to pan out. I really did. But he has been that dude. The schedule hasn't been super tough. But when I'm going head coach against head coach, I'm picking Dan Lanning. When I'm going quarterback, I'm sorry, man. Drew Aller has never impressed. I can't take a black quarterback on the road against a white quarterback. I'm just telling you. That's it. Okay, what are we putting on it? What's the spread? What are we putting on it?
Spread's 3.5.
So I get 3.5.
Rocha's over here firing off fucking Dante Moore stats. They haven't played a good fucking team either, Rocha. They haven't played a good fucking team.
Neither has Penn State.
I actually love this game even more that Rocha's on the Ducks.
Well, yeah, you know what, Matt? Matt, you're mushing me.
I feel like I'm a favorite.
You know what?
Favorite here, Ed.
We're not betting on this game. Matt just fucking mushed the shit out of me.
Dude.
But who has Penn State played? And his numbers.
Neither team, Eddie, neither team has played anybody. I said that. Neither team has
Yes.
played anybody. These are two teams. And looking at Oregon's schedule, I said it a fucking weeks ago that their schedule is very, very soft, with the exception of this game on the road. If they win this game, if Oregon wins this game, they will end up being undefeated, because there is nobody in sight that even comes close, even a little bit. Everyone else on that schedule is absolute trash. Okay, I don't think they beat anyone. They've played nobody. Oregon's played nobody. Penn State's played nobody. Bottom line, we know this. But Oregon's schedule still has nobody on it after this. Literally.
Who cares about it? Who cares about after this? They both played nobody, and Dante Moore has like almost 500 yards more in passing. Almost has like 6 more touchdowns and less interceptions. I
think Penn State. I think Penn State's going to be a lot more physical than Oregon. I think they're going to control the time of possession. I think Dante Moore's going to sit on that sideline for a little longer than he's used to. Okay, we saw Dante Moore at UCLA. UCLA obviously is where quarterbacks start and die, or they play well in the SEC and then go to die. Obviously, with what we've seen. So, but how is he going to react playing an actual fucking defense now? An actual 5-star guys on the other side of the ball. Not fucking Oregon State, not Oklahoma State, not them. He's playing real players on the other side of the ball.
There's first rounders. There's first rounders on defense at Penn State. This is the
first time that he's going to see him.
This
is the first time that he's going to see him. This quarterback at Penn State, we've seen Aller play these type of teams. We've seen it. Okay, and so I think I'm leaning Penn State. I'm still going Penn State. I'm going with the home team. Listen, if this game was in Eugene, I'd go with the Ducks, but I'm taking the home team.
Okay, so we don't have to bet, but if Dan Lanning goes into Happy Valley and gets a convincing dub, like by 4 points, 4-point win,
so they reverse cover.
Yeah, they reverse cover. Can you put respect with the K on Dan Lanning's name?
Never. I'll never do it.
He's not.
He has to win.
The other coach is ass-tastic.
He will just be the number one ass-tastic coach. Right now, that position is held by fucking Sark, who's number one in the ass-tastic mark. It's Sark, Dan Lanning, and James Franklin. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. All 3 head coaches that everyone loves, that everyone's so good, and they don't win not a fucking thing. That's the thing. What you want me to put respect on those 3 morons' fucking names? Win in fucking January and hoist up one of those fucking crystal balls. That's what I want to see from these motherfuckers. Not some random win in September.
Can't argue with that. Can't fucking argue with that.
You just need one playoff win in Rafa's books, and
so not
you're
one.
You're missing.
Ryan Day was the king of ass-tastic. He hoisted the crystal ball. Now I need the other 3 ass-tastic guys to hoist that, so then I can remove them from the list.
So they have to be national champions for
100%. Dan Lanning's got to at least get there. Dan Lanning's at least got to show up.
He has a national championship as a D coordinator.
Oh, listen.
That's multiple.
So who cares? Who gives a fuck? Brian Kelly has 2 as a Division II coach. Like, I don't give a shit.
It's not the same thing.
Ooh, dude. Come on.
So, okay, so you took Ryan Day off. We're talking about what is the Mount Rushmore in Rafa's ass-tastic, because now there's only 3. Who you got to put 4.
I got to put 4. So I got to find another one. So
I got to find another one.
Yeah, so right now Sark is at the top, right? He's the George Washington of the ass-tastic. Then we got Dan Lanning, James Franklin right behind him.
He's the Abe Lincoln.
And then right after that, I think I got to put probably going to be
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
We got to make an edit. We got to make an edit of Rafa's ass-tastic Mount Rushmore of those 4. We got to do it.
Right there. They're there. Those are the guys. Those are the guys who overachieve, like Brian Kelly at Notre Dame, Dan Lanning at Oregon. They overachieve until December, until middle of December, and late December rolls around where the championship actually starts. And Dan Lanning couldn't win a Pac-12 title game. He couldn't win a goddamn playoff game when they were supposedly the best team all year long, beating fucking nobody with that. Ooh, what a great game against Ohio State. And then what happened? lost by
Well,
fucking.
you can't say beating nobody and they beat Ohio State.
Yeah. No, they did, and then they fell off the fucking map. But
That's a
so Dan Lanning is
jumbo
up there.
shrimp.
Sark is up there as well. And then James Franklin, who we know can't beat Ohio State or fucking Michigan, and now probably this weekend won't even beat Oregon. So
4:30 Pacific, 7:30. It is must watch. The only fucking thing that sucks is that it'd be great to see it in Vegas because they're both 4:30 starts. Alabama, Georgia is a late game, and Penn State and Oregon are late games. So you got to get somewhere that they love football. Don't go to Ojos Locos because they're going to be playing fucking bachata and fucking banda. It's going to be horrible. If you love football, don't ever go to fucking Ojos Locos to watch football. It's the most frustrating.
Zach says Lincoln Riley for the Aztastic head coach. And I don't put Lincoln Riley up there because he hasn't been his teams for the last 3 or 4 years. They haven't been as elite as this group of guys' teams, right? Like we've seen Oregon be the number 1 seed going to the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
We've seen them go into that Pac-12 title game. We saw, Lincoln Riley some years back go to the Pac-12 title game, but his teams, they weren't like, oh, wow, this team can win a national title. They weren't ranked in the top 5 consistently. These other guys, Sark, Dan Lanning, James Franklin, those teams are ranked in the top 5 fucking consistently. Like right now, if we look, they're whatever, up until 7, right? So that's the difference with them. And then Brian Kelly with Notre Dame, it was always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And now with LSU, he's the number 3 or 4 team in the country. So it's like they're there. Lincoln Riley is not there consistently. Not right now, not anymore.
Damn. Lincoln Riley doesn't even get on the Mount Rushmore of Aztasticness.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lincoln. We're trying to get you at least on the fucking mountain.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely deserves to be on it.
Over Brian Kelly, I think Brian Kelly's more
been to a national championship.
Yeah, the thing is that these teams, these 4 guys, their teams are consistently good, and then when the big games roll around, is where they get flustered and they don't finish. That's what I'm talking about. Penn State with Michigan and Ohio State, Oregon with in the title game, the game in the playoffs as well. Like it's those games. That's what I'm talking about.
Then Dabo asked us.
Can we look forward?
Go ahead. Dabo asked to cover another game. That's why. But if you're going to talk about it,
I just want to. No, real quick. I just want to say, what are the headlines if James Franklin loses again? What are the headlines if Kirby blows out Kalen? Do either of them, like, you got to be tired of it. Like, you're never going to have another highly ranked quarterback. You might at Penn State. If they do get boat raced, what are we saying on Monday about James Franklin, and what are we saying about Kalen DeBoer? And then we'll move on.
I think Kellen DeBoer's. I think the writing's on the wall there already, right? Like I think he has more to gain than more to lose here. Listen to me. I think the writing's on the wall that it just doesn't work. Another loss here to Georgia, and then you may get lucky with Oklahoma that Mater's not. I don't think he's going to play in that game. I'm not sure. So,
he's out for.
But other than that, the writing for him, I think, is on the wall. Like if you don't get to a playoff this year, you are out. I think with James Franklin, I think these losses are kind of expected. Like we're the number 4, number 5 team, whatever it is they're ranked, right? They can lose this game and then still stay in the playoff hunt, right? Like because Oregon's going to end up going undefeated if they win this game. I don't think there's anybody on. So their one loss, Penn State, or maybe even if they have 2, because I don't know if they play Ohio State. If they end up with 2 losses, their 2 losses will have been to Oregon and Ohio State, still gets them in the playoff. Kellen DeBoer loses his game, he's probably going to lose another 1 or 2. I think that writing is already on the wall. No playoff for Bama. I think DeBoer's gone, and you have plenty of guys that you can go and pick out. Maybe Lane Kiffin is done at Ole Miss because of underachievements or whatever. He's ranked 12. Maybe they lose this week. We'll see. That's what I think. I think Kellen DeBoer, the writing is on the wall. You don't win this week, you're fired anyways at the end of the year.
All right.
And then
that's what I think.
Last game that
real quick. Dodgers bullpen just gave up a run to tie the game.
Yeah.
Dodgers bullpen have given up 3 runs in this inning to tie the game. They were up 4-1 going into the bottom of the 8th. They've given up 3 runs. and Dave Roberts is still not a good.
It's
fucking
not
manager.
It's not Dave Roberts' fault. It's not Dave Roberts' fault. My God, ridiculous.
my.
They brought in Roki in the 7th. He had
Sasaki had 2 Ks in an inning, and then Bestia gave up 3 runs in the third.
Yeah.
In a third of an inning. So, by the way, let's get to that game that we didn't cover, which is the Iowa State Arizona game.
It's Arizona going into number 14 Ohio State minus 6.5 for Iowa State, sorry, over under 48.5.
Is it wrong to say that Iowa State is one of the 2 best teams in the Big 12?
Nope. Great quarterback. Great head coach.
I think they've looked impressive. They have impressive wins, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's not like they haven't looked impressive. I think them, Texas Tech, and TCU, I think are the 3 best in that conference.
Yeah.
I like Arizona to cover though. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like Arizona. Like it's a super letdown all the time with them.
Yeah.
I like Arizona.
Like they should be better than what they are, what they showed us at least 2 years ago. I thought they would be better. Iowa State.
I pick my college football like I like picking college basketball. Give me a good head coach and a good point guard. And I think if I love Matt Campbell at Iowa State, I said it years ago. He should have left when a long time ago when he was super hot. And this kid, the quarterback, his dad was like a first-round tight end with the Jets. I forget his name. The quarterback from Iowa State is a baller. So, give me Iowa State.
Doug Sweeney says, not even spelled the same because my mom Trish didn't know how to spell. Or maybe I might be. Well, Dude McBoob says, no way the Big 12 still exists. Bless their hearts. Yeah, man. They're still around somehow.
They're still
playing
around.
no fucking defense. And
Yeah.
they're still there. The Pac-12 is going to be back soon, so who knows? It's all fucked up.
No, we're not even gonna. The Pac-12.
Don't even call it the Pac-12 anymore.
Any other big games? Any money?
Last one, number 11, Indiana favored by 7.5 going into Iowa over under 48.5.
Oh,
What are you owing? What are you owing? What are you
come
owing?
on, man. Signetti's. Come on. Iowa's gonna score fucking 8 points, 2 field goals and a safety, and fucking Fernando fucking Montebello, Fernando Gonzalez, whatever the fuck his name is gonna fucking put up 500 fucking yards because Signetti, who sounds like a fucking a crime fucking detective on the fucking CW, Detective Signetti is a good fucking coach, and Indiana is a good fucking football team, and they're
Don't tell
gonna
Rafa
roll.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Eddie.
Oh,
This is a trap game. This is a trap game. I'm gonna
Who
tell
does
you.
who does Indiana have the following week?
Peking Duck on the road. Peking
Come on.
Duck on the road. Listen, this Indiana team's gonna fade like you can't believe. They have Iowa on the road, Oregon on the road. Then they get a couple gimmies, Michigan, UCLA, adding on the road to Maryland, who hasn't looked totally terrible, 4-0. And then they go on the road to Happy Valley. And then they got Wisconsin and Purdue. So a trap game right here, Ed. Trap game right here for your Indiana Hoosiers. And it's not
Okay.
Bobby Knight coaching.
It's Fernando Mania, baby. Fernando Mania.
Dude, the Fernando Mendoza walking into the Iowa, ICE is gonna grab him right before the game.
That's wild.
ICE is gonna fucking grab him, swoop him up at the airport, and go Hawkeyes.
Yes. Tom and Terry Brands
But,
are gonna get him.
That
Dude, I think they'll be too physical, Eddie. I think this will be a physical game.
Well, I was definitely always physical.
What else you got, Eddie Money?
that's all the football for this week.
Anybody want to mention anything on football? Zach, I know you're talking a lot of shit over there. You want to address anything with the Big Ten and the SEC?
It's not even
I would love
close
for
this year.
Zach one day to admit that the SEC is more talented.
It's not even close this year. You know, I was a big Pac-12 homer we were losing kids. That obviously the commissioner fucked everything up with the TV deal. It still hurts my heart that the Pac-12 is not the Pac-10, but I'm sorry. It's Ohio State, and without Jim Harbaugh at the realm of Michigan, Michigan is never going to get back. Is never going to get. Jim Harbaugh is just a brilliant head coach, and Sharon, good guy, and Michigan, a terrific school, academically, sports wise, good in football, basketball, baseball, wrestling.
Hockey. They're good at everything.
But they're good at everything. But you need another head coach, and Sharon's. I'm sorry, he's not that dude. That's my opinion.
I don't like him either. I love Bryce Underwood though.
Yeah.
Heisman
Okay.
next year. Bryce Underwood.
Woo. So listen, it's we've gone 3:15, very long. Ryder Cup, we're golfers. Groove it. Want to play tomorrow. Hopefully I can play tomorrow. Ryder Cup starts. Bethpage Black. It's gonna be incredible. Any predictions for Ryder Cup? It's huge, Rafa. Ryder Cup is one of my favorite events of the year. Like I do watch golf, but when Wimbledon or the US Open is a sport that I don't watch, but I will sit down and watch some Wimbledon. I will sit down and watch US Open. Ryder Cup, and I'm a golf fan, is a must watch. It's drama, it's patriotism, it's shit talking, which in golf you never get. You never get. You'll get DeChambeau. You'll get Rory. You'll get even Scotty Scheffler to be like talking shit. Something that you don't see. It's golf on fucking steroids. Any predictions, Rafa?
Dude, I think it's gonna be a tough matchup. And the Europeans have dominated, and they've been dominant. And this is what I feel about the European team that I don't feel with the US team. And I want to say that it might be part of the media. I feel like the European team feels like they're a lot more together. Like they're a lot more supportive of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you see that, right? But when you see Rory and you see Shane Lowry,
No, 100%.
I just feel like they're
It means
tighter knit group, right? Than the US team. And I don't know if you saw the little sit down with the Europeans, which was Lowry and I believe Luke Donald,
Rory?
who were bad.
Okay.
No, I think it was Luke Donald. They were bashing the American fans. Like, oh, you guys are yelling mashed potatoes and yelling get in the hole on a 600-yard par 5 off the tee box. Shit like that. Like he said that this week. So
kind of legit.
And a lot of the American and not it's not even the American players, it's more of the media and the PGA kind of, I think, group of media guys that cover the PGA have this thing out for Bryson where they just dislike him completely because he went over to live, and which I think is total bullshit, because at the end of the day, listen, everybody's looking out for their own pocket at the end of the day. And if so, it doesn't matter where the money's coming from, legal money, right? And listen, if it comes illegal, you do what you do. It doesn't fucking matter. It's not my problem, right? I'm never fucking with anybody's pockets. And they hold that over Bryson. And, oh, well, we can't give him this respect, Dude, he showed up for 4 tournaments on the PGA, and he was like 5th in points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's the problem I have with the U.S. team. I think that outside influence from the PGA, I feel like it's the PGA staff kind of sort of like some of those organizers that kind of don't want Bryson to really shine, to be honest with you, and have that sort of hate towards. And you don't have that with John Rahm on the European team. You don't have that.
No, I agree. It almost feels like it means more, like, big bad US, the bully on the block. And then, like you said, there's strife in between the American team, right? Like, and so yeah, I agree. I get the vibe that you're saying about the European team. It feels like it means a little bit more to them, and especially being in New York. It's I'm telling you, people, if we love golf, if you're gonna watch any event besides the Masters, this is the one to watch because it's gonna be like it's gonna be incredible. Incredible.
You know, and by the way,
So-
Dude McBoob, fucking your comments are fucking great. He goes, anyway,
Yeah.
whatever address you use for my travel bag with cash, it must have been incorrect. Get your act together. And then he goes, thanks for reading the list of the nerds that had their lunch money stolen.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
By the way, Scotty
They're
can ball,
rich.
by the way. He played basketball.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Scotty
They're,
doesn't
ri-
play
they're
basketball.
wealthy nerds.
Kershaw is currently pitching in the bottom of the ninth, tied game 4-4.
See, I like that.
Oh.
I like that. I like that. And that tells you, that already tells you that's
I gotta
going
turn
to
on
be
my
my
TV. Hold on.
guy starting next week. That's going to be my guy that I'm going to bring in a time of need. So that, for me, at least, this is what this is telling me. And I could be fucking way wrong, as I usually am. But when it comes to baseball, I'm not a lot of the times, right? So for me, as a when you look at it as in a manager kind of sort of way, you see Kershaw coming in the ninth. Obviously, he's not going to pitch for the rest of the week. Do you want to get him some work, or do you want to get him some work and a point in the game where you're going to use him in the following weeks?
I was sort of hesitant on the whole split everything up. Sharon, like let's do this new thing. Like Dodgers did a new thing when they won the championship with this whole bullpen game where you have our bullpen was the strength. This year it's
Hold on. They took
the
that from Tampa.
weakness.
They took that from Tampa.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Tampa credit. They don't get any
Okay.
credit. I'm gonna give them credit.
True.
Though. But go ahead.
True. But now we might see a new thing where you have Yamamoto pitch the first 4.5 and Sharon coming in the next 4.5.
Yeah.
I always think Ed Sheeran for something.
Sheeran Ed is an artist.
She had.
Yeah, I always say
If Ed Sheeran's pitching, it might go
We're
perfect.
fucked.
It might be perfect.
they sort of look like each other. But is this? I wasn't sure how I felt about Kershaw coming in the fifth and pitching the last three.
Listen,
it's
that
so
World Series, that
unorthodox.
Game 7 World Series, Eddie, that Game 7 World Series in 2017 when those idiots decided to run Darvish out there, knowing that he was tipping his pitches because you saw him get his ass whooped in Game 3, and you ran him out there in Game 7, knowing damn well, because that's where you lost the game. Kershaw pitched on no rest, basically, and came in and pitched and gave you a couple good innings. Kershaw can do it, right? And to me, I think that's why I'm not worried about the Dodgers when I tell you guys to relax, because I believe that the starting 5 or even 6, and you saw what's his name? Sasaki pitched an inning tonight, right? Eddie Money?
Yeah, they should have let him go. Keep going.
And pitched great.
Right. He's just getting into it, Eddie. And this game, the Padres won tonight. This game is almost meaningless. You can go into Seattle this weekend, win a game, and you probably clinch the division. So when you see Sasaki pitch an inning, give me the 3-year pitching. Is it Yamamoto? Is it Yamamoto? Is it Glasnow? And it's Snell. Those are the 3 it should be. After that, I got Sheehan. I got Kershaw. I have Sasaki. And those from there, I'm going to go. And I think that's the way it's going to work. You might not see 4-4 or 5-4, but you might see 5-2 and then 2 somewhere broken in like that. And to me, realistically, if we're looking at it and Kershaw gives you a good inning tonight, maybe he pitches on Saturday or Sunday, maybe in the 8th or the 9th, I would look to Kershaw to close. I would look for Kershaw to give me the 8th and the 9th, or maybe the 9th, or maybe bridge me to the 8th, especially if I'm up on a 5-2 game or a 4-1 lead. I would look for Kershaw.
Oh my God, did he catch that? Wow, what a catch!
So I think the Dodgers, starters, too many good starters for that bullpen to be that bad in the playoffs. I'm telling you.
Again, when you talk pitching, Eddie Money, he's done this again. Forgotten about Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani was watching him pitch yesterday was amazing.
I will not forget about Ohtani. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
Is he going to be one of the starters? Fine, wonderful. The problem, you can't use him in the bullpen, we know, because of the rule change. To me, Otani's pitched great. Sorry, did you guys start talking Japanese? Baseball playoffs start next week, brother. By the way, hockey season is among us. We got preseason hockey also.
The best.
So hockey, you're going to get some hockey. We got NBA preseason coming up starting at the end of next week. We got all sorts of shit. These shows might go on for fucking days.
Doesn't Atletico Madrid play someone big this fucking weekend? It's like
There's plenty of soccer, but so there's too much NFL and college football to get into soccer. We'll get in later into soccer as January and February roll around.
Well, I think we beat a record. This is the longest we've ever talked.
This is definitely up there.
Anyways, guys,
Good shit, boys.
thank you. And for everyone, McBoob, Matt,
Matt,
Sweet, Zach. I'm missing
CJ,
another
CJ,
our guy
Peter,
from New York.
Peter from New York.
Peter.
Thanks, everyone. Last words, Eddie Money.
Man, just kick your feet up Friday night and just get ready to not leave your couch.
Yeah,
It's gonna
big
be
weekend.
great.
Friday night all the way to Monday night. You got football games, great games all through the evening. Great games. He says Madrid plays.
Yeah, everyone.
Who gives a fucking stun?
Who gives a fucking stud? Too good. Guys, don't be a loser. Bet responsibly or don't. I don't give a fuck, actually. But thank you. We'll see you next week. I hope your team wins. Let's go, Dan Lanning, baby. Go Ducks!
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
All right.